It's working correctly. Not sure how to start with the stream, but I just kind of want to go for the finals first of the Artifact By tournament and see how it goes from there. I'm probably just gonna. I figured out how to use MS Paint, doodling on stream while going through the video. So look at this.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Artifact Premier Tournament.
I probably just like draw arrows like here and there, like here's Life Coach and
yeah, we're gonna be
oh hey, here's Savage, and I'm just gonna draw arrows and
but that's our boy Yol.
point at stuff I don't want to talk about. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
Red deck with that flow splash in black, I believe. Yep.
First thing first, let's go through this video. Where do we want to begin? I guess we want to talk about the decks first for what's it called? Both players for finals. Draw a wiener. I draw a wiener, Frank. I'm just gonna warm up the stream because I don't know what direction to go. I can draw a wiener for you, Frank. Cup of Pride. How do I draw it? Here? Is this a good wiener? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't even know where to start, but let's talk through the decks first. Let's see. Where am I? So let me look at both the opponent's deck first and see how it goes. So this is, what's it called? I'm looking at your Larson's deck. Like this is, what's his name? Heffa Lumpkin. This is Heffa Lumpkin's deck. Let's see. How do I draw it? Has what? Has double Sorlakan, which is this card. It says allies do 2 damage when attacking tower, so we're getting an aggro player already, and has a lot of creeps too because he's playing green, and a lot of aggressive cards. And then what's Mogwai's deck? Let's see. Mogwai's deck. He has Bristleback in the lead, which kills a lot of heroes, and then he has Phantom Assassin, which the signature card. Let's see, where's the signature card? This condemns anything it wants for 6 mana, and discards a card. So that is pretty strong lead, and let's see. Decent creeps. It's just pretty mid-range, yeah, I say. Like pretty strong early lead and just mid-range cards up to mid-game. It's high on guard, so it's his heroes and creeps are kind of hard to die, but I don't know, the decks are kind of hard to explain. Let's just jump onto the game and see how it goes. Alright, well, this guy, that's pretty good looking.
It's live, and so we're gonna head in right now.
Game 1 on the way, and well, Sorlakan not hitting the tower. Yol Larson is gonna be your player on the top.
No, it's just.
Alright. We're suggested white drawing. Wait, what? Oh my god. Let me actually resize this first. I thought I resized it properly, but oh, what does it look like this way? I want to make this bigger, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. So this is first round of the tournament. Just use thick and white paintbrush. I'm using a white screen on MS Paint, so let's see. Let me see if it works. Oh, there you go. Look at that rebel decoy. Like the reason I stream, like I'm pretty bad explaining, but I just want to draw arrows and try to use this MS Paint mechanic that I learned new from OBS and see how it goes. Let's jump on to, let's see.
+2 attack and -2 armor. If that
one on the way, and well.
Alright, so we'll explain first. So white black one is against the background. Arrows on arrows. Alright, let's look at this lane. So if you guys don't know, I'm just gonna draw what I explain. So each lane, like, there's gonna be 3 creeps. Is it right? Three creeps. Randomly spawned in each lane for the beginning of the round. So as you can see, there's 2 creeps here. There's probably one creep on the other lane, and wait, no. What am I talking about? I don't know. But they spawn creeps randomly. There's 3 creeps starting, right? There's probably like 1 or 2 creeps in the other lane and then no creeps on the other one. I'm not sure. But and the heroes deploy randomly too, so like what's it called? These heroes? Like they spawn in random position at the start of the game. Like all the heroes are already there. Hold on. And then you start with 3 mana. And you start with 5 cards. There you go. Five cards. Look at the arrow action. And the cards available for you to play, they're highlighted in blue, like right here. So right now, hold on. Boop. Right now, Mogwai is on a play. I'm blocking Mogwai's name. Mogwai's name is actually at here, like right here. Let me pull him on my cam again. So Mogwai is playing first because we're spectating Mogwai's game, and he has the initiative. Okay, so how initiative works is when you have initiative, that means you're on the play, so you get to play a card first. And once you play a card, you give the initiative to your opponent. So once you play a card, then your opponent is on the play. This is pretty important when you try to do like something like a board clear or remove some stuff. Like say like no accident, like you're on the play, you can deal free damage to a minion first. Like this card is still free. Hold on. Let's see. Where's Debbie? Let's see. I'm gonna explain Debbie first, just cause no accident is a Debbie signature card. Debbie is a basic hero. Let's see. How do I go? Well, what are these arrows? I'm still new to using MS Paint on stream, by the way. Debbie the Cunning. Each hero has 3 signature cards, and Debbie's signature card is no accident. So even though let's see, Debbie is not in play here, you have her signature card here, so you can deal free damage to a hero as long as you have a black card. So right here, Mogwai has the option to go, what's it called? Has the option to go do free damage to like Silicon, or like try to deal free to this guy here, because this guy's is a 2/4 minion, and this creep is already attacking it for 2 damage. So if you use the no accident and do free damage to it, it'll be a 2/1, and you can kill it after you jump it in combat phase and 2/4 deals damage to it. So right now, if I were Mogwai, I don't think killing creep is the play here. But that other play is what's it called? You can also play Disciple of Nevermore right here. Let me just clear the screen again. Oh my god, it's the first round. I would take a long time to explain. Maybe we'll get better at like prosing on. You can also do Disciple of Nevermore to play on board. What Disciple of Nevermore do is, let me check. What does Disciple of Nevermore do? This Disciple of Nevermore. This card, it gives allies +2 attack and -2 armor. So it's kind of like double edged. Like you buff up our minions, but your cards basically have -2 health, basically. Well, not -2 health, but -2 armor. So all the units that are attacking it deal 2 more damage to your creeps, since that's negative armor. So let's see here. So if we put if I put Disciple of Nevermore on board here, it will the creeps will take 2 more damage. So let's say I put Disciple of Nevermore right here. I can put it on empty lanes, like right here or here. I can put a creep here or here. It will make the 2/4 like all these things -2 armor, -2 armor, and -2. So when they get healed, they're dealt 2 extra damage. So I put the Disciple of Nevermore here. The creep in the middle, like right here, will take 4 damage. Cause the opposing creep deals 2 damage to it. And while it's like that, this creep. This creep right here, it's already dead, so maybe it's fine because like you do 4 damage to this hero. So if you play Disciple and do 4 damage to this hero and pass this turn, next turn you can also play no accident if you're on a play and clear up this hero. Because if you put Disciple, this creep will do 4 to Solar Karn, and this thing, like, nothing's blocking it, so it will go to the face and it'll deal 8 damage. So right here, I think the play is Disciple, right? Because you set for no accident kill on Solar Karn, and what's it called? You also trade off 2 creeps, so the middle creeps die, and this thing takes 4 damage. We go 8 to the face. So let's see the play here. It's gonna be pretty tough for me to explain everything, but I want to just doodle some arrows.
Silicon not hitting the tower. Yo Larson
I think hopefully Disciple, right? Let's see.
Or makes it possible to
Oh wow,
accident onto
he
a
took some time here. 10 seconds. How many turns?
Oh,
Oh, he just passed. He just waited for So the chess clock there's a chess clock here, right? Chess clock. Oh, some good doodling here. Right here. And I'm gonna turn off my camera for real quick. So this guy, this guy, what's it called? This guy just took 30 seconds turn 1 to decide whether to play these 3 cards, like play Disciple of Nevermore or No Accident or not, and he just put in 30 seconds thinking about everything, and he just passed. So I guess he's saving up for Disciples for later on, but right there, I would try to think of playing Disciple. Alright, let's go through to the next board state, cause I don't know if I say turns or rounds, but I say this turn, I guess, cause you can pass initiative back and forth, and it feels like you're passing like a lot of turns for just one lane. So let's just go on to the second lane and see how it goes.
He might want it to have like reacted or something too, but
I wonder if he's thinking about.
Alright, so this lane, what's it called? Because this guy has a green hero, he can only play green cards, but if we can see his hand, it's all black cards, so he can't play anything here. And the green card he can play is 7 mana, and he only has 3 mana here. So he can't play anything, so I would assume he would just pass here. Since still early on, he can't play anything here. So this lane 2 is way easier to think about than lane 1, because lane 1 he can play 3 cards there. Well, technically 2, because 2 of the cards are the same. So let's go through this.
Yo Larson does have Debbie in his deck.
Alright.
Drop the Disciple.
Alright, and then this lane is the same. Lane 3. This card is red, right? And it's a red hero, and all your cards are black or green, so you can't play any card. But Yo Larson, he can play something, because this guy's card is green. He has Lycan, which is a green card, and he has 2 free mana cards. So he can play a Rebel Decoys. Let me pop up Rebel Decoy. What does Rebel Decoy do? Hold on. Let me clear up the MS Paint first. Rebel Decoy. I'm looking at Artifact buff right now. Alright. So you can play. It's kind of hard to see on stream, but I'm gonna point the arrow first. Pew. This card is called Rebel Decoy. It's a free mana card. It's a 2/3, and active is swap Rebel Decoy with another ally. So when you play this on point, you can swap its position with one of the units on board, either a hero creep, it doesn't matter. It's a 2/3 body, so it's kind of weak, but use it to get a hero out of trouble. Say what's it called? Say this board. He can play. He can play Rebel Decoy here to swap the hero, the Lycan here, with the Rebel Decoy plays here or here, because he can play a Rebel Decoy empty lane here, or he can play Rebel Decoy here. So he can put Rebel Decoy, say, here, and he can swap it with any unit he wants. He can swap with Lycan here, or he can even swap with creeps like this guy. He can swap the creeps with Rebel Decoy itself. So here there's actually like a option to just play Rebel Decoy here. Like I would what's it called? I guess I want to say what I would do first because it's easier. Maybe I'll put Rebel Decoy here and swap Rebel Decoy with Lycan here. So Lycan doesn't get killed by Bristleback. Well, it doesn't get killed, but Bristleback is gonna push 8 damage, and the Lycan is gonna be a 4/2. So it'll die next turn to almost anything. So let's see what Yo Larson or what's it called, Hufflepuff does here.
No accent could easily answer it.
He's got Rebel Decoy here, or is he gonna pass?
alright, and now looking at this lane.
Oh god, they're thinking. Let me skip through this. Oh, I'm gonna skip through too fast. Yep, there you go.
And it'll still give
He played the Rebel Decoy here. Is he gonna swap? He wants to swap the Rebel Decoy so the Lycan takes 8 less damage. There you go.
I mean, might as well.
That's what I said.
really good good thing that he put it on the right. So
Alright, so round 1 ended. It's shopping phase. Let's see. Why? Oh, whoa! What's up, Trump? 7/3 Don? Why are we running so many unplayable cards? Boo. I don't know, but let's keep going. So after is this free to play? It's $20. I heard the game is $20, and you get like a starter, like 5 starter packs. Wait, no, not 5 starter packs. The game is $20, and you get like 2 starter decks. That's it. And then I don't know what the pricing is packs is, but no, it's not free. You have to pay $20 up front. But yeah, after the free lanes, so now you can see the free lanes. No, normally when I'm playing the game, you can left click to zoom in, zoom out the lanes. You can also use key bindings like 1, 2, 3 to swap each lane. So if you press 1, you go to what's it called? If you press 1, you would go to this lane, and then if you left click, or if you press 2, you can go to this lane, and then press 3, you can go to this lane. That's what my key binding goes to. And then you can also zoom in, zoom out by just left clicking and clicking here, and here, and here. So let's jump on the shopping phase. After I say each round, I don't want to say turn because I think it makes more sense to say you pass the turn on each lane. So okay, so they finished first round, so they go to the shopping phase. Alright, let's keep playing.
like and still giving that right melee creep.
Alright, so shopping phase. Oh wow, they went so fast here. Let's see.
I don't know if he has to do it right now, but
Melee
Which also
favorably.
I need to pause right away.
Melee creep and
Pause. Okay. They just passed this because I mean look at these guys. This guy only has 2 gold and what's it called? Let me take him off my count. This guy only has 1 gold. They're poor as fuck after the first turn. So what let me explain how to get gold first. So when you kill a creep, kill creep. When you kill creep is one of the 2/4s. I don't know if you can see it. Let me jump an arrow. This thing is a creep. It's a 2/4. When you kill creep, like any creep that's not a hero, you get 1 gold, 1 G. And every time you kill a hero, alright, let me undo all this. When you kill a hero, say this girl, this black girl, you get free gold for killing her. So after finishing round 1, they're just kind of skirmishing. They didn't really kill any heroes. So this guy got 2 gold for killing 2 creeps, and the other guy got 1 gold for killing 1 creep. So they can't really buy any items yet, because this item is free gold. This item right here is also free gold. So they either have to kill 3 creeps or 1 hero to get an item here. And this item in the secret shop is out of question because it's 10 gold. So how the secret shop works is like the middle one. Hold on, let me clear everything first. I guess like the middle one are items you put in your deck. So this guy has 9 items in your deck, and you can see it by looking at his deck. So let's see. So look at all these items. All these items right here has 9 items. They're all in his deck, and they will all show up in the middle of the shop. So after you buy an item in the middle of the shop, you can cycle through, and another item from your deck will pop up. So and then. So you sometimes you want cheap items, like that are free gold, so you can cycle through faster, so you can go through like expensive items later in your deck. You usually don't want to put like a lot of expensive items in your deck just because you don't want to go through all of them, and you want to cycle through the items you want. That's kind of like hot events. So for now, I'll just say the middle pot here, it's items in your deck. These are consumables. They're randomly given to you. They're usually heal pots, like this one, that heals for 6. You can also get the other consumables are draw a card. You can get draw a card as a consumable, and you can also get a teleport scroll, like a TP scroll here. You can get TP scroll from consumables. I think there's some free consumables, right? You can, it randomly pops up. You can get a healing slab, you can get a teleport scroll, and you can get what's it called? Fuck, I forgot. You can get draw a card here. And then the secret shop is just each turn the secret shop it's a total mystery. It'll randomly generate an item for you to get. If you have a item you want in a secret shop that randomly pop up, but you can't buy it right away. You can use hold here, and you can hold it for 1 gold. Say here, if you see an item you like but you can't buy it right away, you can hold it for 1 gold. And holding items only works for the secret shop right here. So items in your deck here, items in your deck, random items that pop up every round, and then consumables, that's like free consumables that are random. Teleport scroll, heal for 6, or draw a card. So yeah, that's a pretty bad summary of how the shop works, but that's the best I can do right now. I can explain it later. Alright, let's keep going.
+2 attack and was able to trade favorably.
Okay. Now Mogwai can play the black hero into the middle because of the no accident. No accident is a card which deals 3 damage.
Alright, I should probably explain here too. So every turn, you get 2 creeps. Hold on. 2 creeps randomly deployed. You get 2 creeps for free that are deployed. So 1 creep, 2 creep, and then one creep and another creep, and you don't get to control where they are. They're deployed randomly in lane. So it could be one creep on this lane. Hold on. I should probably put this somewhere on the side. Two creeps every round. Oh, oops. 2 creeps. Randomly deployed. Fuck. I need like a, what's it called, like a stylus, so I can draw better on MS Paint, because I'm using a mouse. Randomly deployed every turn. I mean, not every turn, every round. The creeps can go here every round, here or here. It's all random. You can also get like 2 creeps in 1 lane too. Like, it doesn't have to be 1 creep in each lane. It could be two. Like this card can also be here, and you can get 2 creeps here. It's random every round. So sometimes like you get creeps blocking the ways to deny the towered kill or ancient kill randomly. So that's kind of frustrating, but it's part of the game, and sometimes you can time it and control it. So there's cards that control where arrows go, and these creeps are not hard removals. So there's that. And then each round you have a hero to deploy. Not each round you have a hero to deploy, but the first 2 rounds you will have 1 hero to deploy, like say this guy. Because you start with 5 heroes. And you get to lead with 1 hero each lane. And they get the position they deployed is random. And the lane they deploy is random too. but you get to control what hero you want to deploy, like the second round, and the round after. So this round we're deploying. What's it called? We're deploying. You get the control to deploy this hero, and decide where to go. Where to go for this hero. So that's the decision to think about. And then the next turn, you get to deploy the final hero you want. So to know what your opponent's gonna deploy next turn, you can look at here. So you can see there's a, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a Chen. There's a Chen and Sora Khan here next turn you can deploy. And that's not gonna happen till next turn. So Hufflepuffkin has a black hero to deploy next turn, and Mogwai has green hero to deploy next turn. But this turn, they're deploying these two heroes right now. So let's see, we're gonna deploy these two heroes. I think Mogwai is gonna deploy this Debbie to. It's hard to say because every lane is kind of going even right now. But usually, if every lane is kind of even, you kind of put in the left lane, cause the left lane starts first. Like this lane, it's like an initiative lane basically. So if you kill a tower here, it will end the game if there's two towers. And if you have lethal here, but your opponent has lethal here, he'll kill you here first, and the game would end. So I would say you go for this lane first, because you can control the game more, because like there's also cross lane mechanics that you can put cards from here to here and here. But if you put a card here and you want to put, say you want to put a cross lane card from this lane to this lane, it won't activate or impact the game until the round after. So I don't know if that's clear, but usually, if everything goes even, the first lane is the place where you want to deploy heroes first. Unless, like, I guess, like, you are behind on another lane or you're doing some other strategy. So right here, I would probably put the green hero on, I say the left, given everything is even. But if I'm Mogwai, I kind of want to put this black hero onto the mid lane or right lane, I think. Just because I already have a black hero here, so I can already play black cards here. So I want to play, if I want to play black cards on the middle or right lane, I would have to put this Debbie into the middle or right. So everything considered, there's a strong chance this guy goes mid. I mean, not mid. There's a strong chance this guy puts the green hero on left, unless he Hufflepuffkin suspects that this black hero goes mid lane or right lane. Then he'll follow through with this green hero to those lanes. And I think you might put the black hero onto the right lane actually, just because there's like some creeps here to kill too, because you don't want to get too behind on board. So let's see where they put the lane, where they put the heroes at. All right, let me undo all these arrows first. Oh shit, I can't undo all of them. Okay, let me erase these. God dang it. Put way too many arrows. I can't undo these things with MS Paint. But let's see where they deploy these heroes.
Any target, and in this case, he can gank the hero, which also saves himself his hero.
Alright. So normally I say like I'll put in the first lane, but I think Hufflepuffkin actually what's it called? I think Hepalumkin actually suspects that Mogwai is gonna put this black hero in the mid lane, just cause it kinda doesn't make sense to put 2 black heroes in 1 lane. Like I said, just cause you already can play black cards here. So you wanna play black cards on our lane. And it makes more sense to put in the mid lane, just cause you have more control of the board, I guess, cause the other lane there's already 2 creeps here. Like this imp end card is blocking the way, but there's already 2 creeps there, so he's already kind of behind on the right lane. So he wants to fight for mid lane first. And Hepalumkin, like, suspecting that he'll put this guy in the mid lane, he decides to put the green hero in the mid lane too. So now they both have 2 heroes in the mid lane, and then the game is still kind of even at this point. We'll see what happens. Alright, so let's see how it
It's
goes.
very powerful.
Yep, initiative going to be a big deal here.
Oh, also before I jump into something else, I just kind of want to explain these arrows, like this thing and this thing. The arrows are random, so there's a 50% chance. Let's see, 50% chance the arrow goes straight. Straight means like it goes this way or this way, and then there's a 25% chance that the arrow looks like this, or if you're opposing side, this, or this. That means the unit's gonna go left or right. So when you look at this board, this arrow means this red hero is gonna go straight to the face, because nothing's blocking it. It'll go straight to the face. And when you look at this arrow, this arrow like connects to this guy. This guy's gonna go straight to the face, I think. And then this creep connects to this guy. That means it will go right, but there's nothing on the right. So it's kind of weird, because like when let's say there's nothing on the right, like this thing, but there's nothing in here, it'll go straight. Like this thing right here, it'll go straight. And then this thing like connects to this guy, right? This guy would also go straight. So it's kind of confusing, but there is that. Sometimes say this arrow right here goes, it's not straight. It's going here. There's a 25% chance it goes to the left, and this bristle back here will go to the left instead of face and try to kill this creep instead of going straight. Most of the time, like here, it will go straight, just because it's only like a 25% chance to hit here and 25% chance to hit here. But yeah, to sum it up, like every unit you put on board, there's a 50% chance to hit face if there's nothing blocking away. And if there's something blocking away, it usually goes there, unless there's like creeps, like neighboring creeps left and right. There's just a 25% chance to hit this and 25% chance to hit this. So, interesting fact here. And these arrows actually like impact the game a lot to you. Actually, every game in Artifact. Where am I? Oh shit! I skipped too fast. Alright.
Which also saves him his hero, which is very powerful.
Alright, let's look at lane 1.
Yep, initiative going to be a big deal here. We can see that Joel does not have no accident at least yet. All green cards. Wow.
That's a very awkward hand for y'all.
Alright, this guy just straight up passed this turn. Like, I would actually think about it a little bit, because like you can see how he just straight up passed this turn. I don't know if you can see, but look at this. Like he just, like, there's a coin here, right? Like he just straight up pressed the coin and flipped it. So I think he just passed the left lane. But let's talk about this lane regardless. So this guy, he's at 4 mana. So he can play these cards right here. Let's see. All these cards right here. Up to the 4 mana black card. So looking at the board state, Actually, this intimidation card is kind of blocking away,
You're more
but I guess there's an argument. Actually, no, there's an argument to pass first, just cause your opponent right here, Mug White passed just cause the other guy might play a creep actually to block a minion. So say you're Larson right now, and you have all these cards available to play, but you can't really play it because there's a black hero away. But I think Mogwai is assuming maybe he'll play a black creep or like a black spell right first, and he wants to contest that because he passed just because he's fine with how the board state is. So if you pass, it doesn't mean if you pass right away, you give the initiative to your opponent right here. It doesn't mean that you can't play anything else. It just means you have to let your opponent decide first. So it won't pass on to the other lane until the combat lanes first starts. So after each player like play out all his cards and decides to pass, then they'll jump into combat phase. And after they finish the combat phase, it will then move on to Link's lane after the combat phase. So combat phase won't happen until each of them like pass together. Like if someone plays a card, then it gives you back the initiative to play another card, so it's fair. I can explain it a little bit more later, but right here, like I said, you can play 4 cards here. He had the opportunity to play Disciple last turn, but he didn't because Disciple actually sets up to kill this Sora card last turn. He didn't play it. But right now, I'm still kind of tempted to play Disciple, just because if I play Disciple Nevermore here, it gives your creeps here +2 attack and -2 armor, and these things are already kind of dying already. This 2 attack minion will turn to a 4 attack minion and do 4 damage to this Solar card, and it'll kill it. So I'm more inclined to just play Disciple here. I'm not sure why he didn't. I think he's expecting his opponent playing something to answer this Disciple. That's why he didn't do it. Let's see how it goes here. He can also play the Vandal here and push face for 4, because Vandal what the card does is it's a 4/4. This Vandal is a 4/4, and its battle cry is deal 4 to the face. Oh, that's a pretty cheeky way to spell it, to draw how it says. But yeah. So I would probably play Disciple here. Also when creep spawn, I forgot to tell you, when you play creep. Say, I'm just gonna do an example. Okay, play. Say you put the Vandal on board here, right here. It has a 50% chance to just go straight to the face. A 25% chance to go here, which there's nothing here. And if there's nothing, if the arrow goes left, it'll change to going face. And then there's another 25% chance for this 4/4 Vandal to hit the Soracon and go right. So sometimes like I guess the early game you want to play a creep just so it has a 25% chance usually to hit the unit, let's say a hero you want. So here you can also play Vandal if he's feeling lucky, and 25% chance the 4/4 will go right and hit the Soracon. But you probably play a Disciple here instead of a Vandal, just because the Disciple gives your creeps +2 attack. So let's keep going and see what happens here.
You definitely want to.
Oh, Mogwai.
He just passed here. Like, I guess like maybe he wants the Soracon to stick here, because there's an argument where like you don't want to kill a hero just because you want it to stick on lane here. But usually I would have set up to kill this hero like 1 turn or 2 ago. So pretty interesting. He just passed here. So let's see what happens in the next lane.
Okay.
Since they
When
both
we're on the
passed
initiative,
and the
I'm
combat
sure
phase
it's
initiated. So this guy Mogwai has initiative. I guess like he was passing. I didn't see the second lane, but it makes sense for him to pass that lane and just don't want to kill Solar Khan just because he wants initiative. Like if you wait, no, he didn't. Yeah, he had initiative here, but he just played a card, so it passed on to this guy. He wanted initiative here, so he's on the play, so he can play no accident first and sub to kill this Debbie, because the Debbie is actually killing this green hero right here. He is killing Tree and Protector, and you don't want it to actually kill Tree and Protector, so he played no accident here to deal free damage to Debbie to kill it. And it's really important when you're on the play first too, because like if you're not on the play, say you're here and your opponent has initiative first and he gets to play something first, he can play something like a healing card, like heal for 6 if he has the items. Like right now he doesn't have it, so it doesn't matter. He can heal 6 here, and this no accident only deals 3 and it won't kill it. So it's really important to sub initiative to be on the play, just so he can kill it before he does anything to heal it or like try something fancy to block it. Like say like Rebel Decoy, or well, Rebel Decoy won't do anything, but say like Divine Intervention. This card gives your hero immunity and it won't take any damage that turn. So here you can see this guy just played no accident,
Yeah.
killed the
No
Debbie,
accident onto Debbie. Unfortunately, no
so the
black
tree doesn't die.
So if he was to play a card on the left lane, he actually would have gotten away with it and still been able to do the no accident. But
Yeah, maybe it's still powerful
Still
because
un-
then
Yeah, and then let's go look at your Larson. Like he has a green card, so he can play all these cards here. Like all these cards, like he can play Vu Martyr, he can play Selfish Kirk. He can't really play Divine Intervention just because Divine Intervention is a 5-mana card and he only has 4 mana. So right here, I would consider playing Vu Martyr, because Vu Martyr, like this card, this card is a 2/2 that gives your creeps +1/+1 once it dies. So in Hearthstone, it's like a death rattle, and it gives everything +1/+1. And going against this guy, like these clerics are gonna die every way, because these selfish clerics, these 4-mana selfish clerics are green or 4-mana 4/4s, and they heal themselves to full health after they take damage every turn, so they can be kind of sticky. So here I would play a Vul here, block this creep, and probably I can kill it too, because this guy only has 1 health. So let's see how it goes. I think he'll play the Vul Martyr here. Alright. Let's see. Undo everything. I should get a big eraser for this thing.
he would have gotten the hero gang for free.
Oh wow, he actually did not play the Vul Martyr. He values the Vul Martyr more over the Rebel Decoy, because Rebel Decoy, it's a 2/3 for 3 mana, and you can swap anything with it. But he decides that Vul Martyr is more important because Vul Martyr gives +1/+1 to only this guy and not any of these. So that's still fine. It's kind of interesting because like there's a lot of options like what creeps to play there. So you just play a 2/3 here just to
So in the worst case,
block it and try to kill it.
hero against another.
Oh wait, I'm dumb. Of course he played Rebel Decoy because he wants to swap the green hero here, so nothing dies. Because if you play the Volt, it just dies because it's a 2/2. So he wants to use the 4/9 to kill the tree in here. And it's actually kind of smart too, because the 4/9 next turn it can heal back to full health. So right now it takes 4 damage, so it'll be a 4/5. But next turn he can heal the Abaddon to full health just because of its active right here. And let me check his active right now. Abaddon's active is, let's see, what's Abaddon's active? Let me check. I'm going on Artifact Buff right now. I just want to explain the green hero on board right now. That's on Heffalumpukin's guide. This card. This card's active is fully heal Abaddon and give it damage immunity. So every 2 turns, like active has 2 cooldowns, means every 2 rounds, it has the ability to heal itself back to full health and have damage immunity. That means it can't be damaged it can't be damaged by anything. So next turn this guy might use this active right here. Fuck. That's a lot of arrows. Might use this Abaddon's active right here to heal this guy back to full health after taking 4 damage by this guy this turn. And this rebel, like, it's still here, and you can swap it with anything each turn, because the cooldown for this thing, I don't know if you can see it. The arrow's kind of hiding it. The cooldown to swap unit is only 1 turn, so you can keep swapping cards with Rebel Decoy as long as it's alive. So pretty smart play by both guys. Actually, I didn't see these plays, and I think Your Larson actually get a good trade off because they actually kill 1-for-1 heroes. And you can see at the top right corner, like every time you kill a hero, you get 3 extra gold. So when you kill a hero, you get +3 gold, and when you kill a creep, you get +1 gold. So it's adding up there. So pretty even trades here. 1-for-1 heroes.
Rebel Decoy swaps with Abaddon and now at least stays alive for 1 more turn. And that active is a 1 round cooldown, so it will be back up again in the next round.
Alright, so here, this is an easier turn because this guy has a red hero, but he has no red cards. I think he's playing what's called, his deck consists of two black heroes and 2 green heroes. So the chances of him getting a red card is actually pretty low. I say if I'm building this deck, I would only have like 7 or 8 red cards. So it's actually not surprising he didn't get a red card. The reason why he's playing a red hero, even though he doesn't have much red cards, is just because Bristleback is an 8/12, and it's just a really strong body that to lead that can kill heroes early on. So it's just a really strong early game card. And here, like Your Larson, he can do something, but like these creeps, like it wouldn't, like I would try to play it, but there's actually not much mirror to play these creeps right now. Just cause these creeps will only spawn in empty lanes like here. So if you have an empty lane in middle, you cannot spawn the creeps on left and right. It will only spawn middle. You will have to fill up the middle part first before you can spawn creeps on empty lanes left and right. So all these creeps right here on Your Larson's hand, right here, they can all only go to this lane unless you feel a creep here, like you feel a unit here, then you can go left and right and don't take damage to Bristleback. So here, I think like even though I have like a 2/2, right here and a 4/4, I'm kind of hesitant to put here because if I'm putting some creep here, I'm just here to block some damage because this guy is dealing 8 to the face. And the only reason for me to play a creep is to block 8 damage, like heal for 8. Because if I play a creep here, it'll just die to Bristleback because it's 8 attack. So right here, I would just both pass here. But he might try to block 8 damage because I'm not sure how relevant it is to block damage early. Actually, no. I'm actually kind of idiot. I think what happens is he'll play this Vul here. This Vul Modder. Because I forgot, this Vul Modder is a 2/2. But when it dies, it has a death route of giving +1/+1 to everything. So I think he'll play the Vul here, right here. And then all his other stuff here, they'll get +1/+1. So I think that's what he's gotta do. And he blocks 8 damage too. That's pretty good. Yeah, there you go.
This is a very nice play as
And look at this. All his minions get +1/+1 now. That's pretty sick value. It's like 2 mana, block 8 damage, do 2 to the hero, and you get +3/+3 stats. So that was pretty nice. That was pretty clean. Alright.
Buffs everybody on the side.
So that's the second round.
Very good blocker there. Yeah.
Alright, now goes the third round. Again, after every round, you get to do some shopping. The first round they didn't get to do any shopping because like this guy was at 1 gold, I think. He was at 1 or 2 gold, and this guy and the other guy was at 2 gold. Let me turn off my camera. Hold on. This guy was at 1 gold like last turn, but now like they have some gold here. This guy what's it called? So this guy has 9 gold to buy something on the shop, and this guy has 10 gold. So right now, actually, you can see there's nothing for Mogwai to buy, just because he has Wing 4 hammer in as his item, and it's 90 gold. So no one has 10 gold, he can't buy it, but he can also try to get Furline Mantle. Just because this is 7 gold, so Furline Mantle, right here, he has the option to buy. Oh, whoops. Has the option to buy Furline Mantle. It gives +8 health to a hero. Like items cannot be equipped by creeps. It could only be equipped by heroes. And each role, I'll explain later, has a weapon slot, armor slot, and an accessory slot. And cloak fits in as an accessory slot because it's a what's it called? It's a clothing. So this thing gives your hero +8 health. He can buy that since he has 10 gold, and this is only 7 gold. This thing right here draws the card for what's it called? It draws the card for 5 gold. You can get a card that draws a card for 5. For the price of only 5 gold. It's pretty value. And then the middle one is like, it's kind of like one of the legendary items of the game, like Wing 4 hammer, just because it's 19 gold right here. What this does is, let's see, what does Wing 4 hammer do? Let me go through it real quick. 19 gold item he can't buy right now, but what Wing 4 hammer does is, let's see. The weapon, and this thing gives you +4 attack, and it gives a hero an active that it can do every round because the active is only 1 cooldown, and it gives their neighbors +X generation for half of his attack. So when you activate this card, like all the units on your lane will regen for half of the equipper's attack. That means like it's mostly like just giving plus health to everything in your lane, so they're stickier and hard to die. So right here looks like he's not buying anything. And let's see, not buying anything. I would consider buying the Furline Mantle just cause I wanna buff up health for one of my heroes, and we can't see what Hufflepuff can buy just cause when they're spectating a tournament, they were just spectating Mogwai. They were just spectating Mogwai right here. So we can only see what Mogwai buys right now. But I assume like Heffalumkin, like this guy, has 9 gold. He might have bought something here. So let's see if he gets any item here.
Yeah, lots of damage already to the left tower here at 24 health now. Mogwai now has 10 gold. Unfortunately, Wingfall Hammer blocking his cheaper options, but he could pick up a Potion of Honor.
Oh wow. So here you can see, like spectator, you can see he already bought 2 items here. So this cloak right here, hold on, let me see. So Heffalumkin bought 2 items. This cloak right here, it's a free gold item. That's an accessory that gives one of your heroes plus 4 health. And then this thing, it's just a heal pot. It's a heal pot that's cost 4 gold. That will pop out in the consumable slot of your shop. And this heal pot is actually pretty nice because it just heals up to full health. Like it's a full healing effect. So it's pretty good. Here's your hero, like anything, like even units. Like you can heal creeps, you can heal heroes up to full health with that fountain flask right here. So you get a cloak that gives plus 3 health, and a heal pot that heals you to full health. And I think he has 2 gold after that, because that was 2 items for 7 gold. So let's see.
To draw some more cards.
This game seems to be going rather slowly for Yo Larson. Is that a sign of worry if you're cheering for him?
It was a bit of a rough start, maybe drawing only green.
We're waiting to him to decide to buy items or not. I think Mogwai just deciding whether to buy Third Line Mantle or not. And he decides to get it. It's a plus 8 health item that's cost 7. And yeah, it just buffed your heroes for 8 health.
The first lane, for example.
Yeah. And normally...
And here you can see, here's the creep deployment phase again. Every creep here, they get deployed randomly. Like, I'm just gonna say it again. Every round you get 2 creeps that are spawned randomly in the free lanes. So right here, like he just got randomly got a grab creep here, got a creep here, and Mogwai gets a creep in the mid lane and a right lane. They're all random, but sometimes you get to see where the creeps go first before you deploy hero. So right here is the phase, it's the deployment phase, I say. This is called the deployment phase. And you can see where a creep spawns. And depending on where a creep spawns, you can decide where your hero goes in these 3 lanes. Like heroes you can decide where to go. Creeps you can decide where they are going. So right now Mogwai has a Chen. He can put on the left, mid, or right. If he puts it at the left lane, say if it puts it at left lane, it will put him at an empty lane that a unit is opposing it. So you would always spawn here, just cause they will always spawn an empty lane where there's a unit opposing it, so you can defend first. So if I place Chen, it will be it'd be right across the A2. So you would have an A2 here and a 4-9 here if you spawn Chen here. And I'm not sure if this is good because even though actually no, I messed up. Normally it would just spawn here. But since he has the creep, wait, no. Since he has creep, the creep can spawn here too. Actually, never mind. I'm right. For some reason, I thought the 4-9 can spawn opposing the creep too. But the creep is always gonna spawn here, just cause you will always spawn like on an empty lane where there's nothing blocking a unit. So creep will spawn here. So it's for sure if he plays a 4-9 here, it'll spawn here. But I don't know if he wants to do it. It sets up a Q on this guy because it's the sword count is an A2, and you have 4-9. So if they combat each other, you will have 4-1 in the end. But he can also have black cards that buff up the sword count or heal it up. So it's really out there. Actually, I'm just gonna let them deploy. We're not gonna deploy the heroes.
The green cards, it's things like Savage Wolf or Selfish Cleric.
I would think about the Chen to spawn on the left, but I would say the middle too. Like I wouldn't spawn this Chen guy on the right just cause I mean he can defend this lane, but he's already like losing this lane because look at this. He already has 2 creeps that are hard to deal with, and he has this big boy 5'11" here that he can't kill with Chen. So I think he's gonna put the Chen in the middle or left. Let's see how it goes here.
dealing a lot of damage. And
Oh
he's already
wow.
capped-
I think he actually wants to put this Chen here, so he doesn't snowball with the creeps, because it's really important if you don't have like any AoE. Like AoE is like clears, like say in Hearthstone, I would say like Hellfire. Or it's like just some kind of blood clear. It's probably better to just like concentrate on removing creeps early on. Just cause other than blue cards in this game, like if you have no blue cards, there's rarely any AoE in any other color decks. So if he left that lane on the right now, like I think it would just snowball with the creeps, and he couldn't deal with the creeps, cause you would need like units to block it and kill it. And I guess like Chen is pretty good on that lane too, cause Chen active like right here as a 2 cooldown, its active ability is to steal any creep, and he can do it in every 4 turns, cause the cooldown for his active is 4 turns. So you can see he's going for the Chen on the right.
He does,
Let's
so
see.
It doesn't seem like Yo Larson is having a good time here.
Yeah, especially with 6
And then I think Euro Larson decided to put Black Hero in the middle. And this solar card, you don't know where he is at, because you can see where like there's these things, like there's like a empty card thing. This is where they you can deploy your heroes and creeps at, and it's random, by the way. So if there's like empty lanes here, like say like these lanes, it's not random, because there's only one empty spot, so you always know where your creep or unit spawn if you decide to put something on there. But these ones, since there's like 2 slots here, let me put it here. Since you see there's 2 slots here, it's random where this creep goes here, this creep goes here, or this creep goes here, or this creep goes here. There's a 50-50 chance that Solar Karn just comes here and take the fight against this 7-5, or decides to go to this lane and fight against something else, I think. And then this creep, there's a 50% chance it goes here or here. So sometimes deployment can actually mess you up, but you can control in this lane, or just like assume like how it goes and how you want to line up against other heroes. Because you definitely don't want this Black hero to line up against Debbie, because Debbie, this girl is an 8-6 and Debbie is a 7-5. But Debbie's passive ability is whenever Debbie is facing like a hero, like it's facing like say Solar Karn, its passive is +2 attack against a hero. So it'll actually be a 9-5 and kill off Solar Karn if they combat each other, if there's like nothing to influence it, unless like if you buff up the health of one of the heroes. So yeah, creeps deployed are random. Sometimes the position of the creeps and units are random, but if there's only one empty lane, then you know for sure where that thing is going, like where it's positioned. So let's see how it goes here.
assault ladders in your deck, you're hoping to see something. And unfortunately, we've got a...
Oh, there you go. Here's the case where Solar Karn, this thing, it had the what's it called? What's the word for it? God damn. It had the chat odds of going 50% straight. Has a chance to go 50% chance straight, and then has a 25% chance to go here, and another 25% chance to come here. And like I said, since there's nothing blocking in the way here, if Solar Karn goes left here, it will go straight. But we can see here Solar Karn actually went right, and it was a 25% chance to go right here. And sometimes these things actually can make or break the game. Cause like right now, you can see the right here, the right arrows is actually really good, cause it kills this thing. Cause this thing was a 6-6, and the 2-4 was blocking away. It will only take 4, but since Solar Karn is attacking it, it's now taking 10 damage. So yeah, There's these arrows that kind of make or break the game. It's like one of the RNG elements of the game, but sometimes there's cards that can control where the arrow goes. Like Assassin's Veil, it's like an item that can control where the arrow goes if you're attacking. And even though the Solar Khan here is blocking, it's like his arrow is hitting here. If you play like a creep here, like say if you play like a Vandal here, like a 4/4 here, it will block the unit, and after you play a creep block a hero or like any unit, it will switch from going this way, the arrow this way, to going straight, just because you're blocking it. So there's like these little factors that influence the arrow. Like once the hero is blocked, it will attack the thing blocking it instead. Unless you have an item that can like switch your arrow back to here. So there's that. There's actually a lot of arrow mechanics in the game.
Curve to the right on, well, you know, at least you do kill off the hero, but Mogwai has that Furline Mantle if he wants to save his PA.
Or you can just throw a
Yeah, so here Mogwai has the option to like she said,
Sorla too.
he has the option to what's it called? The option to play a Furline Mantle into the hero to buff up so it doesn't die to the 10 damage it faced from these two things. Or you can just play a creep to block Solar Khan so it doesn't kill the 8/6. So looks like he's just gonna snap play Vandal here, I think.
Not really
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah.
Or you can also play
Dallas
Disciple.
Disciples. What would you do here? Put a creep down or save the PA with an item?
I would go for a creep for sure. I mean, he should be.
Yeah, I
playing
can just
well,
like
so.
plus use the item to
And if
buff
Fantasy
8 health
No.
Yeah.
on the Phantom Assassin, or you can play a creep to block Solar Khan from killing it.
Later on. That is a +8.
Is that an actual
Yeah, you
decision?
can also threaten his
Let's see what he does here.
time, so
Yes.
why not?
The creep has to be better.
Yes. And on top of that, you have 4 of these anyways. So
Yeah, so
see that
after he blocks the hero with a creep, the arrow run from going this way to kill this guy to going straight since something's blocking it in the way. Alright, let's keep going.
Vandal come out. We do have some options to save Sorla though.
And then now Solar Khan is dying because it's an A2 and the 4/4 is blocking it away. But you can see in your Larson or Heffalumkan-san, he has this +4 health item that can make his Solar Khan from 2 health into 6 health. So he can survive this 4/4 onslaught. Or he has a heal pot here that can heal this thing to full health. So he can do that too. So I think he'll do one of those. And I don't know if you're gonna use both of them, but I would definitely consider using heal pot more because you can use the cloak on other heroes too that are more vulnerable.
Fully heal Sorla.
Yeah.
He's gonna use the cloak here to +4 health and save the heal for later. Because the healing card, like the Fountain Flask here, it heals your unit back to full health.
So he decides for the mantle.
Okay, Assault Ladder is going to come down here on the middle lane. So for the moment being, it looks like that's going to be the first place that Yo is looking to make a big push.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. So this lane, I think like you see this, right? He just snap played this Fur-Lined Mantle card and give +8 health. +8 health to this Debbie. Cause Debbie, like originally it's a 7/5, so it's kinda like a weaker hero that dies to almost every hero. Cause some heroes like this card has 8 attack already. It can just straight up kill the Debbie if it wants to. So he just wants to like make the Debbie from a 8/5 to a 8/12 if it's undamaged, so it's beefier. So you can see he just snap played it, so it doesn't die to like any like spells like deal free like no accident that deals freeze to it or anything.
Improvement cards, of course, can be cast across the lane. So that was casted from the first lane.
And
Mantle goes
like I said, like every hero, like there's like free equipment slot. Like This one is your weapon slot. Weapon, so you can put like a sword here, and it usually gives you attack. And then this one right here, this one is the armor slot. You can put armor here to give your hero armor. Armor blocks attacks, so it will make attacks lower. Say like this thing has 2 attack, and if you have 2 armor here, it will take no damage. And then accessory like this slot, like usually you put cloak here. This one is the accessory slot, I think is what you call it. And usually you put clothes here, and cloaks. Well, not clothes, like cloaks generally, it gives you plus health. Like these things gives you plus health. So you have an item slot to give you armor, to give you attack, and to give you health. So you can put 3 items in each hero on each hero. Alright. Oof. This is pretty hard to explain. I'm just gonna playing stuff as it goes on. I think I actually forgot to explain all of them, but I'll just see explain every mechanic as it pops up. Just cause I'm probably just gonna finish this one game and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I just want to see like how hard it is to explain this game, because I've been struggling to explain this game, but I just want to stream it and see how hard it is. I'm not really good at explaining things either, but let's see.
Debbie. So finally she has some survivable health, otherwise she's at 5.
How aggressively would you guys like to see?
And then before I forget, like this guy, when you can see this thing is highlighted, like usually it's grayed out when you use it. Like if you see these, that means like your the active is available for you to use. So if he wants to, in this turn, your Larson has the option to heal this Abaddon back to full health and give it immunity to damage. He can also swap this unit with one of these things. And what's it called? He also has a bunch of stuff here in his hand that he can play, because all of them are actually highlighted, so he can play it. Because he has a green hero here, so he can play a green card, and all of them are cheap, like 5 mana or cheaper, and he has 5 mana, so he can play a lot of stuff here actually. So I'm kind of curious what he does here. And your Larson is on the play here. You can see who is on the play in this game by checking this thing here. So here, I don't know if you can see, but the one at the top end, the player at the top has initiative, so he's on the play right now. And sometimes when he plays a card, the initiative transfer to this guy. So it will say like if you say there's initiative here, that means this guy right here is on a play. He can play a card. So let's see how it goes here.
For example, intimidation to be cast here
Well,
for Yo Larson.
probably not yet. I mean, intimidation is a card which you want to.
So they're thinking about intimidation, like this card right here. This card right here, I'm not sure what Hearthstone card we compare. I say it's like a sap, but it doesn't sap to your hand. Like this card, basically, when you play this 5 mana card, it saps like any unit you want. Let's say it's move a unit. A unit is like either hero or creep. You can move them to other lanes. Like you can sap it to left or right, not to your hand. And it's like consideration here just because it can sap it, so like there's like nothing like influencing these boards, so you can win the lane. But then like you usually want to use intimidation to put this on a lane that doesn't matter, or you're winning already, so you don't need to bother worrying about other lane. So he can use intimidation here. He could also just use sap. He can also just play a creep like 4/4 here, just to put more pressure. So let's see what he's gonna do here.
Deploy once it's clear which lane is very important, or maybe the last lane you're fighting for.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna put a 4-4 and just
Want to
like
sleep
go
it,
wide
no
on the
matter
board.
What's up, and then you use it for the very late game. For
Yeah,
sure.
it doesn't.
And you can see after he plays the card, you can see at this corner, like you can see initiative is back to this guy and he's on the play again. I just want to like constantly talking about initiative because that's actually like one of the most important mechanics in the game, and it actually took me a while to realize what it does. It just means you're on the play and you can play cards first.
Seem like the time here because he also had a quite a good play with that.
And then yeah, he just used Rebel Decoy to swap the unit. So, cause like what's it called? This thing right here. He wants to swap with this guy, right? Cause this one it has 1 health. It will trade off this thing, but it will die itself. So he just want to like swap this Abaddon here, so this Rebel doesn't die. Alright, let's move on. I was like a lot of like intricacies that I don't know if I'm like repeating too much, but there's a lot of stuff like that factors in that matter this game that's hard to explain without playing the game firsthand. I feel like I don't need to explain a lot of these things if like I'm talking to someone who already know how to play the game, but I'm just explaining like every mechanic as we go on.
Available to him,
Right.
so it wouldn't just be if his options were intimidation or nothing, then it would be maybe a consideration, but it definitely looks like it's better to hold it on.
Oh. So he finally played 1 disciple, so this thing, it gives you, I would say the best way to say it is this disciple gives every one of your units, including itself, +2, -2. So it gives everything +2 attack and -2 armor. And when you have -2 armor, that means every damage that your opponent is dealing to your unit, it will deal 2 extra damage. That's all that is to it. It's not -2 health though. It's just like when it gets dealt damage, it gets dealt more. Same goes for piercing too. Because piercing damage is like damage that goes through armor. It'll deal more too. So he played Disciple here, so he can kill this 4/4. Deal 2 extra damage to this guy. And then he's 1 damage off killing this because this has high health. But it doesn't matter because this guy's active. When he has the active on, he can just heal back to full health and be immune to anything. So I think he's just like playing Disciple just so he can like kill this 4/4 guy. And he's not worried about his Sphinx having -2 armor just because this guy was already killing it. This guy was already killing because that's 4 attack and 8 attack. And he put the cloak on here, so he's taking, it used to be taking 6 damage, now he's taking 8 damage, but he still has 13 health on this thing, so it's like pretty alright to play the creep here, I say. Alright. And I think that's gonna be a trade-off. And you can see here, he just used a active, so like, it would have been a 4/1, he still wouldn't have died, but he just want to heal back to as a 4/9 and take no damage.
That is the first of his 2 disciples down, though.
Yep.
Alright, let's go to this lane. Let's see, what's going on here? Oh, he finally can play red card. Cause like I was saying, like he had this red hero stuck on board, but he just can't play anything. But he finally has a red card he can play. This card is actually pretty good. Bronze Legionnaire is like the best 2 mana creep, just cause it's a 4/2, but it also has 2 armor. So when you put this Bronze Legionnaire against like a 2/4 creep that you start at the game, like these guys, there's already 2/4 creeps, but they got buffed up by Vumartyr, so they're stronger now. It will just like kill a creep straight up and take no damage just because it has 2 armor. But right here, like it's okay. I would say you can play this 2/4/2 here to pull on here on this empty lane, just to trade off with this guy. This guy has 5 attack, and when you have 2 health, 2 armor, it's essentially like you have 4 health, basically. you can think of armor as like just additional health, but like keep in mind there's cards like Pierce. When something says Pierce, that means it will go through the armor. So it's like pseudo health basically. I think it's a 2 mana 4/4 that it's a 4/2 if you get pierced. So I would say there's a strong chance he plays a 4/2 here. He also has a Chen here, so he can play one of the 5 mana cards. These Reptile decoys actually. Let me talk about Reptile decoy a little bit, because that's the card like when you look at it, it looks really bonkers. Like this card right here. It's what's it called? Let me talk about Reptile decoy. It's the one I'm pointing. Because I think I saw a review of Noxious reviewing Artifact and saying how it was stick with Magic, because it was triggered by this card Reptile decoy. It's a 5 mana card. Let's see. What does Reptile decoy do? It's kind of like the creep is attacking the face, but I'm really just like pointing at the card in hand. I'm scrolling through Artifact buff right now. Reptile decoy. Where the hell is it? Here you go. It's a 0/20 for 5 mana. So right off the back, I was like, what the hell? This guy has 20 health. How am I gonna kill it? But the problem, like, it's not that strong actually. It's actually mediocre. Because like the thing with artifacts, like a lot of times, like you can just like block it from creep. Because essentially, I think like I wouldn't say every unit has taunt, but you can always just play a unit to block it. So even though if it's 0/20, like right here, it has 0 attack, and the attack correlates to how much gold you have. So right here, let me pull off my cam. Right here we'll have this 0/20. Oh, whoops. Oh, this is 0/20. But when we play it on board, it's what's it called? It will only be 3/20. Like this, say he put this 0/20 on board. It will be a 3/20. Unfortunately, it's not 4/20. And I guess like you would probably play the Reptile Convoy, not Reptile Record, Reptile Convoy over the Bronze Legionnaire, just cause he has the option to play a 4/2. This thing over here, or 3/20 over here, since Reptile Decoy's attack is half your gold. So I say Magwa's gotta put 3/20 here, and that's going to be the turn, I think. There's also a slight chance that he puts Intimidation here. Like I said, Intimidation is like sap in Hearthstone, and it moves the unit and then puts it to left and right. But I say she's gotta put a big boy 3/20 here, like right here. And you can't really put it left or right, just cause you would always need to put a unit onto an empty lane where like there's a creep opposing it, like attacking your tower, or just like empty lane and trying to hit something else. Alright. Let's keep going.
You will have to keep that in mind for any tower push later on.
It was quite efficient.
Oh, there's a good Reptile Convoy. The Reptile Convoy is a card which gives you half the attack of the gold you own, and that makes it the Reptile Convoy much better in the very last lane, because that is a lane where you already have collected gold from the first 2 lanes before he...
And yeah, the caster is explaining it right now. Oh wow.
Looks like he's opting for the Bronze Legionnaire plus
That's
the
interesting. Let me pause this video. That was kind of interesting where he played, what's it called? He played a 4/2 instead of the Reptile Decoy, because I would play Reptile Decoy just because it's a 3/20. Like I said, I'm like pretty tunnel vision right now though, because like we're looking at 1 lane at a time. So maybe he wanted to play the Reptile Decoy in a stronger lane, I think. But here I don't want to play a 4/2 just because like I said, like this guy was attacking the Bristleback here, But since like we play a creep, it switch your arrow from going here to here, and it'll try to kill the unit that's trying to block it. So yeah, I mean, I think it's still fine because it's an even trade-off. I think the reason why he played the red creep here over the green creep is like you only have one red card, and you can only play the red card here because he has one red hero over the 5 heroes you have. So it's more of a better, like, less awkward usage if you just play a red card here than a green card. Just because you can only play red card this lane, since this is the only lane where you have a red hero here. So let's keep going.
Gives everybody in the lane +3 health, which makes it live against the 5/3.
Actually, there's another reason, because he has 5 mana, right? You can play a 4/2 and then just +3 health everything later.
And of course, it also
Because Remus Blessing, like this card right here, it's a cross lane card, so even though you're on lane 3, like this is lane 3, you can put this card right here, like Remus Blessing, to other lanes and +3 health everything. All units in lane. So I guess like he wants to go for the 4/2 and then +3 health everything. That's why he played the 4/2 here. And because the 4/2 +3 health, well, it doesn't die because it's only taking 3 damage here, and it'll become like 4/1 since it has the 2 armor. So his unit here is 5 -3, so it can only take 2 damage. Wait, no, it'll only take 2 damage here. So I'm guessing who's gonna Blessing here, unless there's like another lane where like he wants to use Remus Blessing and +3 health something.
hero along the way.
Yeah, Rumus Blessing also can be cast across.
Remus Blessing, no Remus Blessing.
This situation.
Oh wow.
Okay, Divine Intervention will.
Oh yeah, Divine Intervention. I'm just gonna pause through here. I probably should pause through here is like right after the play card, just cause like you can still see what the card does. This card is pretty simple. Well, it's just like this turn, like it takes no damage. It's 5 mana. Give all your allies damage immunity, so it takes no damage at all.
Protect Yoel's side of board as well.
And then he wants to +3 health here, so his Bronze Legionnaire doesn't
looks
die.
Like a very slow game, and I think that just benefits Mogwai, who has, I think,
I think so too.
bigger deck and a stronger late game.
Oh, also yeah. There is in case you guys didn't know, in-game deck tracker for the game. So usually when I want to pull off deck tracker in the game, there's key bindings of it right now in the game. I would say to pull off deck tracker, like when you press F2, it'll show the deck on your side. So right now it's they're spectating Mogwai. So the left side is Mogwai's deck, and the right side is Heffalumkin's deck. And you right now in the game, I just press F2 to see my own deck, and F3 to see my opponent's deck. It's pretty useful. It's pretty useful. And like when you like mouse over the deck tracker, it will show what the card does too. So like I said, it's pretty. What's it called? It's pretty. You learn way faster if you get to play the game yourself. Just because a lot of stuff are like actually the UI is actually pretty nice looking. And they interact really nicely. But yeah, we're on the shopping phase again. Both players have 6 gold. I'm covering my cam on Mogwai so you can't see how many gold he has, but he has 6 gold. And he can get a +3 health item accessory to buff out one of his heroes who didn't have a clothing yet. Or like he can get this thing. It's called Bracer Sacrifice. It's a vest that deals 6 damage to everything that's close to your hero. So you blow up your hero. What's it called? So you can buy this Braces of Sacrifice. blow up your own hero and deal 6 to everything nearby. So say like my hero is here, and then has one unit, one creep here, one hero here, and one hero here. You can use the well, I guess the coin is hero. This is the hero, this hero here. You can put it here. You can put the Bracelet Sacrifice as armor, and you can blow up the hero, like kill your own hero, and then deal 6 to every one of your neighboring units here. Deal 6 damage to it. That's what the Vest do. It's pretty good while your opponent's going wide on board and you wanna like just like clear the board, or like we're behind on board. Bracelet Sacrifice is pretty good. It still could be like some kind of Iron Clock Vest, but they did change the name because they actually changed a lot of card names just because they're pretty sensitive to stuff like, I don't know, like 9/11, or like there's like some racial undertones. I don't know. I just want to talk about it just because like it's interesting, because like it used to be Iron Bomb Vest or Iron Clock Vest, and they had to change the name of that item right here. But yeah, right now both players have 6 gold. This thing is actually 8 gold, so he can't buy it. So he can get plus 4 health, or draw a card here. And we can't see the item shop for Heffalumkin. I hope that they make Spectator mode better. Like it's already pretty good, but you want to see like what this guy's shop too, right? Right now we can only see Mogwai shop, so we don't know what Heffalumkin's decision on shopping is. So let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Hand of card because of the Chen. That is the signature card of Chen. So when you have Chen in your deck, you will have 3 hand of cards. Hand of card 7 cost card that makes all of your immune, all allies immune for the round.
Before I jump into it, actually no.
All allies immune.
I'm just gonna let them keep going. I want to talk about an item that Heffalumkin bought, but we can talk about it later. So after the shopping phase, this turn, Mogwai bought nothing, but Heffalumkin actually bought something. He bought Assassin Spell. I'll show you later.
So we're gonna see the Treant from Mogwai go into the mid lane and Debbie into the right.
Oh, nice routing.
Yeah.
All right, Sorlikon
okay. I have to talk about the arrows. Alright, so let's talk about the deployment phase first, because that's pretty important too. So we're on, what's it called? These cards are at 6 mana. You start at 3 mana, right? So right now, like when you're jumping into the game, it's like, oh, 6 mana. If you're a Hearthstone player, it's round 6. But no, this is actually round 3, because you start with 3 mana. And let's see, what are we gonna do round 3? Again, these creeps, you get 2 creeps every round, and they spawn randomly. And you get to see where the creeps go, and you can decide where the hero goes. So right now, Mogwai is gonna deploy this guy. He can decide to go here. And looks like your Larson is already deciding to put the Debbie to right lane, because he already decided. That's why it already popped up in the Spectator mode that he's going this lane. So I think he went mid lane too, actually, because I think they already decided where to go. Whoops. I moved the arrows. So I think he's deciding to your Larson is trying to fight for right lane here to defend, just because he has 2 heroes here and you only have 1 hero here, so you're kind of behind here, and you want to protect your creeps, or at least fight the board more. And then I think like the same reason, right? Like Mogwai wants to put the green hole in the mid lane just because your opponent has 2 heroes, and you want to balance it out and go even and fight for a lane more. So you want to put 2 heroes in lane too. So I think there's that. That's why they put their heroes at where they're at. Just because they're against 2 heroes, you want to put another hero to go 2 against 2, and then 2 against 2 on the other lane too. While the left lane is kind of going even. I guess like you can also try to put the green hill on the left lane, just so you want to abandon one lane and go aggressive on the other lane too. Because the objective of the game is to destroy 2 towers. So sometimes you can abandon 1 tower and go for other 2. And if you cock them faster, you can race them and kill 2 towers faster. Then sometimes it's right to just abandon 1 lane and focus on another lane. Cause I haven't even talked about the win condition, but it's kind of bad to talk about the win condition in the game. But you kill 2 towers in this game, and that's 1 win condition. One way to win, 1 way, and then second way to win the game is to double kill. Like you kill 1 tower, and you double kill the tower. You kill the ancient afterwards. That's the second win condition. Before I forget to tell what's the win condition of the game. But yeah, looks like they're just trying to go even. That's why they deploy heroes like really respectively to lanes that have heroes, and not just abandoning any lane to push for the other 2 towers.
Absolutely crazy powerful card to be having in your hand.
So we're gonna see the Treant from Mogwai go into the mid
Oh,
lane.
there goes the arrows again. So here, it's random, right? If I were Mogwai, I'm actually pretty happy here because we just won a 25%er here. Because most of your Larson's cards are creeps. So usually it's fine where the arrows goes left onto your hero. Just because you can always use a creep to block it. But we can see in your Larson's hand, there's no creeps, I say. So this arrows is actually like, you have to force something to happen. Like, you had to play a card here. Because you can see, he went this way. Like this thing went this way. So there's nothing blocking here. So this thing, like even though if they go against each other, they'll die. The Phantom Assassin won't die against Sorokhan because like the Phantom Assassin's only the Phantom Assassin is killing the Sorokhan because her arrow is going left. But Sorokhan's arrow like went this way. It went left too. So, and there's nothing to oppose it, so it'll go straight. So here you see sometimes there's some arrow RNG where your opponent gets a better hand, but most of the time it doesn't matter. Just because you can always summon a creep to change where the arrow goes, because the arrow will always go to the creep that you summon to block it. So, but here it might matter a little bit. It might. And then here you can see this arrow. This arrow thing. What it means is it's not if it's here, if the arrow is like on the tower over here, it means where this hero will go. Like say like it shows it to here. It means this Debbie will go to this position, I think, as opposed to this position. There'll be a different arrow if he goes to this one. If it goes to this position, this arrow would be here. So the arrow shows you that this thing goes to this lane, goes to this position. So a lot of interesting things about the arrows. I don't know. I'm like kind of mixed on whether the arrow is good. But some like every turn there's like the arrows going random directions, so there's definitely other RNG elements. But I feel like it's better than Hearthstone just because these RNG like they happen constantly and they're really small. Like you can control it, you can like dilute the RNG to make it less impactful. So there's that.
And Debbie into the right.
Oh, nice routing.
Yeah.
Alright, Sorokhan.
So yeah, you can see, right? Like, if both players pass, it's kind of weird, right? Because like you have these 2 heroes that are pretty fair against each other, but the arrow like just messes up Heffalumkin here because it's going face instead of the hero. It's kind of frustrating, but it could be changed by just like 1 or 2 cards. I say it's like even like I say 80% of the cards in Artifact like changes how arrow messes you up. It will change the outcome of the arrows. So I say it's like just a minor high roll, I guess. We'll see what
finds the
happens.
Tower for the first time. Can he actually? Can she actually get a hit in?
Yep, and will she survive?
But here you can see Evalumpkin bought a card at an item shop. This card calls Assassin Vel. I'll call it Asvel in short. This Asvel, it gives this item. It's an accessory, so it goes to this slot. It goes to this start right here. So if you try to equip this thing, it will override the item you have. And right now this Lord kind of just has like a Traveler's Cloak, and Traveler's Cloak it's a simple item that just gives your hero +4 health. And this Asvel, it also gives +4 health to you. But the difference of the Assassin spell over the Traveler's Cloak is it has active. This thing has active right here. Oh, wrong arrow. I'm just gonna clear all the arrows, so it's easier to explain. It's really hard to do though on stream. I'm trying real hard. Let me erase these arrows so I can explain things better. Because this is a mechanic that I think it's pretty trivial but really important. So you can see it has an accessory here. It's called Assassin as well. It has the same effect as the cloak it has on Swordcon right now. It gets +4 health. So when you override it, it doesn't do anything. It won't give +4 health to you. It will still be at 8-2 because like damage is commutative. Like the game will remember that this Swordcon already took 4 damage, -4. So if you take out the cloak right now, it would actually die. Like no joke. Oh, not 4 damage. Like cause like Swordcon was originally 8-6. It got equipped with cloak, so it's an 8-10. And the game remembers that Swordcon, it already took 8 damage. That's why it's at 8-2. And if you remove the cloak, it will actually become 8 -2. So if you override the cloak with nothing, like say if you remove the cloak, the Sword can actually die. But if you override, say like you have Assassin Spell, right? And Assassin Spell is the same as Traveler's Cloak, which gives you +4 health to the creep. I mean not the creep, to the hero. If you equip this item, override this. Like I did that newbie mistake before that. Oh yeah, I can use the Vel to override this spell and give it +4 health. No, it doesn't. It will still remain 8-2 because it counts the damage it got dealt first, the pain it got first. So it only overrides it to 8-2. But you can also have it. There's an option. There's a reasonable. It's a reasonable option to use the Assassin Spell. Just because Assassin Spell active is you get to choose where the arrow goes. So if you equip Assassin Spell, you can change this arrow to hit Phantom Assassin. So it trades off, like both of them dies. So there's a reason for that. And you can also even be more beneficial and play the heal pot right here. So you can play heal pot here. So let's see. So if I was Heffalumkin, I would use the Fountain Flask. Fountain Flask heals your hero back to 12. So it will be an 8-10. And then I would override the Assassin Spell. I mean, override the Traveler's Cloak Assassin Spell. So I have to act. So it will still be an 8-10 because they both of them like gives +4 health. And then use the active to choose where the arrow of this hero goes and choose it to here. So you'll have an 8-10 against a 6-4, I guess. Actually, it doesn't make sense because it does 10 damage. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a really good play for some reason. I forgot Phantom Assassin's passive is, you see, like it's like 6 attack, right? Like you would have thought like it does 6 to it, but I actually like didn't see that. It actually does 10 to it because Phantom Assassin's passive, like you can click on passive by clicking here once you have a game. It deals +4 damage, +4 attack against enemy heroes. So it wouldn't do you any good if you heal the slower card and use Assassin Vow kill it. But there's still the option to use Assassin's Vow so they both kill each other. So we can see what happens here, like if he does anything here. So let's see.
She could, Yo Larson could also think about ganking down the lane as well.
Oh yeah.
Is there any
Another card that I should talk about is Gank, right? So this card is called Gank. When you use Gank, say you can use the black hero you already have and choose the black hero, and it can jump right into combat phase and attack any of the other heroes. Like it can attack this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. But when you're ganking a unit, you'll still take damage, like combat damage against the hero. So you gotta be a little bit careful. So you can use a 4-mana gank to kill off, I say, like Chen here. Let's see, where's Chen? Chen here. You can use Chen to kill off here, and maybe he just abandoned left lane because like the Sword Khan is gonna die to Phantom Assassin anyway. So might as well use gank to try to like trade off like another hero. So it's a more fair of a trade. So right here, I think like since Sword Khan has 8 attack, he can use it to gank Debbie here, which has lower than 8 health, and Chen, which has lower than 8 health here. The Bristleback's 11 health, and I think the Trine has 10 health. So he can use gank here, or he can use Assassin's Spell right here to change the arrow to kill this guy, and they kill each other off. So quite a few options for Heffalumkin here. Also, one minor thing that's, I think a lot of people actually make mistakes, but let's zoom back into lane 1 first.
maybe the
There
Chen
is a
perhaps?
Chen.
Yeah.
Chen, but it also costs the hero. Oh, probably what Larson can do.
But yeah, I think like when you use Assassin's Spell, you want to be really careful, cause if you use Assassin's Spell right away to try to kill this hero, he can play Disciple, and the arrow would actually change from going here to here again to block the unit. So I think he would just gank here actually. Assassin's Spell doesn't seem worth it. Let's see how it works.
Is equipping the
Like unless like there's a creep blocking the way already, and you can change the arrow again.
Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, that seems quite good.
Oh, just
Oh, he
gonna
didn't go for that.
suicidal gank. He did have ways.
Yeah, he's gonna kill Debbie in the middle.
But opts do not. Okay.
So yeah, they both I don't want to go back because it's really hard to like move back to video in like a 50-minute video. You always jump back like a minute on accident. But yeah, they kill each other basically. They jump into
I
combat
think
phase right
Suicide's
away.
a mistake. He definitely
And
could have kept her alive.
You cannot gank like gank only works on other lanes. It doesn't work on the lane you're on right now.
If he wanted to.
Well, what I'm gathering from this is that he has another plan for the Assassin's Veil. I'm not sure.
And Mogwai sees that he ganks, so he looks at empty lane, and he just puts the Disciple of Nevermore, like this guy here. And this guy just gives +2, -2. Like he's like more willing to put this guy just because it's always double edged, and you really don't want to play it unless you're pushing damage. Like nothing's opposing it, so even though it has -2 armor, it's fine. Just because you're just what's it called? There's nothing opposing it to kill it, even though it's more your hero is more vulnerable, and you're just pushing damage here. All right, let's keep going.
Sure what exactly he's going to do with it, but he clearly is saving it for something else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe for the
Maybe
Debbie
for
on the
the-
right lane to
Yeah.
redirect her.
Yep.
Onto Chen.
All right. When will you change nickname to Hotmeowth AF? Hot AF mouth. That's so tough. All right. All right, let's look at this lane. So this lane, what's going on here? we have Heffalumkin just dominating this lane, right? Let's look at this. That's 4 units here. And Mogwai just has a 410, 2 for staying there. And even the Abaddon, like, it got a 25% chance to go left and hit this unit. So I say Mogwai is pretty behind on this lane, so I don't know what he's gonna commit here. Let's see. So you can try to play Intimidation here, like this card, just to sap one of the minions to left or right, so to balance out the threats, so it's less threatening to him. Or he can also play, he can abandon this lane and play 7 mana's Favor. 7 mana's Favor is like nourish throughout the draw. It gives a lane you want to give 2 mana. It's an improvement give a lane plus 2 mana. So it's kind of like a Druid card. I think that's the only play. I wouldn't play Reptile Decoy here. Like, you can play Reptile Decoy, that's a 0-20. And its attack is according to how much gold he has. It will like try to block a unit, but it doesn't impact the board too much right now. So let's see. I think Mogwai is just gonna not do anything this lane, abandon it. Or just play Senran's Favor and plus 2 mana on some lane. We'll see what happens here.
There's a really strong Reptile Convoy here, because the Reptile Convoy is combating the Black Hero, and at the same time Reptile Convoy is a card which has 20 health, and that's obviously
Yeah.
I mean, specifically blocking heroes. I mean, the Reptile Convoy can basically block Zola off for 3 entire turns, which is just crazy,
Yeah.
saving 36 damage to the tower effectively.
Very, very powerful card. It is a rare card, so it's one of those cards that are a little bit trickier to catch in some drafts. You don't see it all that often, but whenever you do have the opportunity to pick,
Looks like, yeah, Heffalump has even just summoning creep and developing more
you
minions.
should, at least if you
So it can kill the tower faster. Because this is a 2-turn clock, right? Because you can see, like, he's doing 23 damage here. So next turn, like, if he didn't have this, like, he's dealing 18 damage. Just because, like, even though it's 3 damage, it has this improvement called Assault Ladder. And Assault Ladder, like, whenever, like, a creep, like a unit, or any hero is dealing damage to your tower, it will give it plus 2 damage. So every time it hits the tower, it will get 2 extra damage. So this tower is dying fast. And this is a 2-turn clock, so if Mogwai wants to deny this 2-turn clock, like, maybe he will play Reptile Convoy, just so he can block like something like an 8-2 here and trade it off, so his tower takes less damage, and he can potentially kill off the Sorokon if Heffalumkin doesn't do anything. But we can see he's probably just gonna heal up the Sorokon if he decides to try to play the Reptile Convoy to contest it and try to kill it. So let's see. Let's keep going.
the previous picks if you have a lot green cards in your deck.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Now there's a pretty interesting choice.
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah, he's gonna go in front of the hero.
Yeah,
Instead
so
of
it's
Wolf,
8
he could have
gold.
either.
So Reptile Convoy
Gold
is gonna
blocks
be
Sola's
4 attack. Half of
ability
the
to swap.
half of your gold is what his attack is.
We'll see.
And I assume Heffalumkin is probably gonna play the Fountain Flask
Well,
that
you can
heals his
also
unit to
do it,
full.
or putting an assassin
Yeah.
blade.
Yeah.
Or Assassin Spell, just to plus 4 attack.
Looking better.
I mean, just like Life Coach said, you don't want to be punching a
This is plus 4
20
health, not plus 4
wall
attack.
for 3
And
turns straight. So
He even
then,
swaps
yeah,
it,
kill that
so it
creep
takes
and
less
then
damage.
hit towers next turn.
Specifically with the Hand of God in Mogwai's hand as
Yep.
well, because if you hit the convoy 2 times, dealing
Alright.
16 damage, and suddenly he's just
Let's look at this lane. There's a lot of stuff going on this lane actually. But Heffalumkin, he can play, since he has both green and black hero here, he can play any card here, and Mogwai can play anything other than the 7 mana card he has because he has 6 mana. So let's see. I say there's not really cards that impact this board right now in both players' hand. I say both players has intimidation, so they can sap one of the heroes, so it's less awkward for them, and they can try to win this board more. So the only thing I can see here is like they're trying to sap heroes with the intimidation they have onto other lanes, or Semlin's favor, Selemini's favor from Mogwai if he wants to give this tower more mana, or like the other tower more mana. So let's see.
Just healed up again. I mean, that's a very bad result.
Here, Mogwai has the option of perhaps throwing a Viscous Nasal Goo on one of these heroes, or maybe he's thinking of developing that Selemini's favor. What does his late game look like?
The Selemini's favor is an improvement that can be cast across the lanes, and it gives 2 mana. It's not that strong right here, because next turn he will already...
So it decided Selemini's favor, which is kind of interesting actually. Like, so that's something like you got to consider what their deck is. That's why the casters are looking at their deck, because like if you play Selemini's favor, like there's nothing you can't play right now. Cause like look at Mogwai's hand. Like all his cards are 7 mana or less, and next turn he's going to 7 mana, so he can play any card anyway. So he's ramping up into something bigger. He wants to play 2 or 3 cards at once, and decided to put it on the right lane. So that's why they want to look at a deck and see what kind of combo he wants with 9 mana next turn, because that's what jumps into next round. So I say there's like some big cards like Spring the Trap, and you can play something cheaper like a 2 mana card will fit. And it's actually kind of hard to tell right now, but right now we can only see he just ramps up this lane into some kind of plan, I guess. He wants to commit something onto this lane. That's why I ramp it up.
already have 7 mana on all of the lanes. Looks like he's choosing...
Because yes, like when you ramp up like your own lane, it'll give you +2 mana right away too. So you can play another card like say Visual Nasal Ghoul in here. And so if you ramp up like another lane while you're in this lane, then you won't have the +2 mana.
But that card definitely loses some of its value in once the game progresses.
Yep. I believe Mogwai's probably identified this lane as the one that he definitely wants to...
Ooh, there's a
win on
gank.
this time.
I forgot about that. He can use gank, and he just uses Debbie here. That's in his, what's it called? So the Debbie was, this Debbie was on the right lane. He's using the Debbie to gank the Chen that was in the mid lane here. So they're jumping right into combat phase, and it'll kill Chen, which is pretty important actually, because his active has 1. And Chen's active is like, when you get to play the active, you get to steal any creep, like any unit, and he can steal a Savage Roof here, or like even 2/4 here. So that was a pretty nice play from Heffalumkin to just kill the hero here. And his Debbie doesn't even die after attacking the Chen, just because Chen is 4 attack and Debbie's 5 health. So it'll return as a 9/1 here. So let's keep going. A pretty good swing turn.
Because this mid lane's looking pretty scary for Mogwai, but he's slowly doing that push with the PA and the Disciple on the left lane.
Here, gank is going to kill the green hero, which is pretty important considering that a Hand of God next turn here
Yes,
will
absolutely.
be pretty brutal. So I wonder if Yolarsen's going to heal the hero, or he's going to let him die.
Most likely he will heal it up,
Yeah.
unless he has a plan to locate it somewhere else. But it seems quite good to keep it up here, because Bristle Pack doesn't have many tricks for the next round to be able to finish off the hero.
Yep.
Alright.
No heroes coming in.
Bad way coming midway in the stream. Yeah, it's so hard to follow Artifact. Like, even as like if you know the game, it's so hard to know what's going on if you're like just watching like in the middle of the game. But let's see. They're both on shopping phase right now. Let's see. So what can they shop right here? So we have the option to get Seraph Shield, removes vestments, and healing slab. Let's see how much gold Mogwai has. Let me pull up my cam a little bit. Has 11 gold. And get something from a secret shop or hold it. This thing, when you equip it, every unit has -2 attack. So it's really good defensive tool installed in the game if your opponent's trying to go aggressive on something. And if you look at consumables, it gets the option to get healing slab. Again, like this slot, like the left slot is random items. We'll do it every time we go to the top. Random items that the game gives you every round. This is one of the, I say like it's 8 out of 9 items because you bought an item, right? It's one of the 8 items you have left in your deck that you can buy and cycle through. And this is consumables. And consumables has heal pots that heal you to full health. Like this one heals you for 6. And there's a fountain flask that costs 1 gold more, it costs 4 gold, and heals you to full. So heal pot, draw a card. And then there's also, what's it called? Teleport scroll, like town scroll, that can teleport your heroes back to the fountain. TP scrolls here. Town scrolls, all in consumables. So random consumables, random items, and then you can cycle through like the items you have in your deck built in the middle slot. So, basic summary of how the shop works in Artifact. Let me erase this. Oh shit. That's a lot of stuff I need to erase. Oh boy. This is the downside of just scribbling, because I'm just undoing everything and I can only max undo so much. Let me just erase this. God dang it. How do I make the eraser bigger? I feel so retarded. Like I'm trying to make the eraser bigger, but I don't know how. Alright. Let's clean this up. This is kinda awkward. Oh wait, I can just select and delete it. What am I talking about? Okay. Select delete. There you go. I'm retarded. Why am I using the erase to erase stuff? Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't think Mogwai's gonna buy anything here. We can't see what Hefkalumpa is buying because like Spectre can only see the shopping face of one person so far. They should make it so like we can look at both persons' shopping face in the future. I think.
Board state is basically what we're seeing. I think Yoel's probably hoping for some creeps to stall in this lane.
But we can always see what he bought right away. Like look at this. So he bought a. Like Yor Larson, he bought like a healing staff, which is the same item as this thing, and he bought a broadsword, which is like a what's it called? It's a 7 gold item that it's a weapon slot that goes to weapon slot and gives you +4 attack on any hero. So yeah, let's go to a shopping phase and let's see what happens afterwards.
12 attack right now on that PA, and perhaps some creeps coming in from Mogwai's side is going to be pretty scary.
Yeah, it's also that every creep is directly combating the hero and threatening also the other minion, so that's very strong.
Due to the -2 armor from the Disciple of Nevermore.
Yep.
So, without seeing the deploy, who's winning right now in this game?
Who is winning?
I think Yoel is.
I would say Yor Larson. Like he's doing pretty well this lane, and he has 2 heroes against 1 on this lane, and Bristleback is like it's like okay, but Mogwai actually lacks red cards here, so he can't really do too much with the Bristleback here, except for like having a strong body here. So I say like if you're just looking at board, you're Heffalumpkin, you're Larson. This guy's winning right now. And here goes the arrows again. This means what's it called? How do I explain the arrows again? This means this empty spot goes this way, and then this creep goes this way, goes straight, and then this creep goes right. So there's nothing here, so these arrows mean nothing actually. But we can see this creep right here is going to this empty lane. That's what we know from looking at these arrows. And this thing correlates to this empty lane, and this thing correlates to this empty lane. I think. And that means this reptile decoy is probably going to hit the Sorokarn here, and this Treant is going straight to the dome, to the tower. And when you look at this lane, this creep is going to this empty lane, just because you always need to go to empty lane where there's a unit opposing it. And then this means this thing is going this way, and this thing is going straight. I can explain a little bit more later. It's a pretty important mechanic, but it's really hard to explain the arrows. They're both really RNG and hard to explain if you don't get to play the game firsthand.
Winning. I think that the middle lane and the right lane, I think he has a pretty good situation.
And you can see the arrows again, just to reconfirm. Let's explain the arrows a little bit. So this Treant, it goes this way, but since there's nothing in here, it'll go straight. These two just block each other, but this thing is gonna try to go here, but there's nothing, so it'll go straight. And then this thing, since like there's something in the way, and the arrow is pointing that, it'll go this way, and then this way it goes straight. So on. And then yeah, this thing goes straight too. So it goes straight. It goes straight 50% of the time. And then it goes left or right 50% of the time. So by that means it has 25% chance to go left, and then 25% chance to go right. I think that's the best way to explain it, right? I explained it like a couple of times already, but these are pretty important. And like it happens so fast too, because like it's deployment phase, and these arrows like they just pop up in a split second and they'll be gone, and they just jump onto the lane. Well, you see these arrows right now, right? Let me clear the arrows. Hold up. Deleted. Oh, you see the arrows right now? But I think it's really important to talk about what they do. Because once you jump into laning things,
like,
they're gone. Like they distribute the arrows like 1 second and it's gone.
Being dead for Mogwai, it's gonna favor Yoel. I feel like that intimidation as well is going to be able to clear the path later.
Alright, so what's going on here? We're going on to lane 1. Everything's going straight. There's no like crazy arrows that are going left and right. What would you do here? So if I'm Mogwai, I'm just chilling here. Like I'm almost killing him, but this 2-4 right here that randomly spawned this lane is blocking my way, like right here, because like I said, like 2 creeps spawn randomly like every round into different lanes, and this 2-4 just decide to block the way and attempt to kill the 4-4. It's killing a 4-4 because it has -2 armor, and we have -2 armor. It deals 2 extra to you. So if I'm Mogwai, I'm thinking, like, do I have to kill a creep? Because if I want to kill a creep, I can use Slay. But Slay is a card that it costs 3 mana, and it kills the creep. Any creep, even if it's a really big boy. It just kills any creep. You cannot kill heroes or else it'll be busted, but it can kill any creep, and it can kill 2-4 here. But it seems such a waste, right, to use a 3 mana Slay on it, just because it can kill any creep, but it's only a 2-4. You want to kill a bigger creep and more impactful creep. But it's blocking the way of a 4-4. And with a 4-4, he can deal like an additional 4 damage. So it'll be -16 if this isn't blocked away. And you can see Heffalumkin has no heroes. So without any heroes, you actually can't play any cards. So here, like, even though he has all these cards here, there's nothing he can play. Because in order to play cards, say like a black card or any card, like if you want to play a black card, you need to have a black hero on board. If you want to play a green card, this Mogwai can't play it. Just because if you want to play a green card, you need a green hero on board, and so on. So let's look at this. If I were Mogwai, I probably would consider killing this because I would want to push more damage. But the problem is, even if we push an extra 4 damage here, well, we can do that with playing the 4-4 too, because we can play Oglodi. Oglodi is a 4-4, but its battle cry is deal 4 damage to the face, deal 4 damage to the tower. So if I play it right now, the Oglodi is 6-4. Just cause this thing gives all your cards +2, -2. So I probably wouldn't play Slay here, and I would probably put Oglodi, because Oglodi will put the tower to 14. And then it'll do 6. So it will actually be an overkill by 2 damage if you play Oglodi here. So I think if I'm Mogwai, I'll probably just play Oglodi Vandal here. It's a 4-mana 4-4 that does 4 damage, and it's a 6-4 right now just because the Disciple Nevermore gives every unit +2, -2. It will die though, and will turn back into 4-4. So let's keep going.
Just have the option now of bringing the tower down with the Oglodi Vandal.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, maybe he's also worried about the mid lane. I mean, he needs to kind of cast the intimidation there, if possible, because his tower might be threatened over turns. I mean, I'm not sure whether it's worth.
I guess there's also consideration, because like you can play Oglodi right now to kill this tower, but I think the casters were looking at all 3 lanes, because you have to consider all 3 lanes too, because you might need that 4-4 in another lane just to defend that lane, or to just put some pressure on other lane first. Because just so it seems obvious to put a 4-4 here doesn't mean you should. Just cause you might want to use the 4-4 as a strong bar on the other lanes too. But I would still consider 4-4 here, just cause like if you Slay here, you save the 4-4, but you don't pop the tower. Cause like when you pop the tower here, you can consider just ignoring this lane and try to invest more on the other lanes. Because as long as the tower is not popped, you can still defend this lane if you're Larson, even though it's at 2 health, so it's kind of hard.
It's going to go for it.
But if he does, then he would also like to play the Vandal as well to get rid of the tower in this very turn.
Yeah. There are situations where you want to really hold on to the Slay, especially against green, but because he knows the deck list from Joel, and he knows that Joel doesn't have any big green creatures besides the Rose Leaf Rejuvenator, there's a good chance that he won't get a better one later.
Right.
The wolves are getting big though. There was a decent sized wolf in the mid lane, so that would have been a consideration, but he clearly wants to go for the 80.
I think, yeah, Mogwai is looking to set up with 2 heroes coming in the next.
Alright, let's look at every lane actually. I was like, when I play the game, like it's kind of annoying like when they're like just jumping into one lane, because like I don't know if like it's just better to spectate when you're going one lane into another, but usually like when you're playing a game, at least for me, oh whoops, it's a lot of stuff. At least for me, I would I usually when I play the game, this will be the screen. This will look like the screen I have right now. It's like I always look at all 3 lanes first before playing any card. But when we look at this lane, like Your Larson has a tons of card. This guy has a few cards. He really needs to manage the resources and decide which card to put in any lane. And they're jumping onto lane 2, so right now it's actually pretty simple for Mogwai just because he only has 2 cards, and the only lane he can put the 2 cards, play the 2 cards, is the middle, just because the mid lane is the only lane where he has a green hero, and for the left and right lane he has a black hero and red hero. So in this lane he can only play red cards, and on the left lane he can only play black cards. So right here, it's where like his decision is most important, because has a intimidation, and intimidation, this card right here. Oh, whoops, my bad. Let me explain intimidation a little bit. I explain a little bit. This card right here. This card right here. It's a 5-mana card that works as like sap if you're playing Hearthstone, and it can move a unit in your active lane, like any unit, like these cards, like one of them, and you can sap it to left and right lane, and it moves randomly to a different lane. So right now he has the option to play this card, the Intimidation, since he has this card, and sap one of these to the left and right. And he also has Hand of God. Hand of God is like Divine Intervention, which gives all your heroes immunity to damage 1 turn. But Hand of God, it's a little bit better. The reason why it's 7 mana is just because other than giving all your cards damage immunity this turn, it also heals it back to full health. So it's a really strong card when you have a wide board and you think your opponent's gonna try to AoE you down, or try to like do damage to all your heroes and kill them. So right now there's nothing much Mogwai can do, but many options for Your Larson to, just because he has like 6 cards here. And he also has Intimidation, so he can possibly just intimidate this green card since he's on the play, because he has the initiative here. Like I said, like initiative, let's see. Initiative means you're on the play. So right now, Your Larson, you can see has initiative on the top left corner. He's on the play, and he can use Intimidation here to sap this card first to left and right. So Mogwai can't even do anything like playing this Intimidation card to do anything on this board to take less damage, or deny more pressure on this board of him killing the tower. So just like really, I don't know, a lot of factors to look for in this game. So let's just see how it goes.
Perhaps pushing for that 80 in that first lane.
Yeah, that's clearly seems to be the plan. Like that Slay right there that he used is a pretty sure sign that he is trying to go for it more or less.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna heal first.
So
So after he plays a card, he gives his opponent initiative. I guess Mogwai plays healing slot first because he has initiative to play cards, and then you can see the initiative goes to Your Larson, and now he gets to play a card. Let's see what he's gonna play.
Arrow to the tower for damage.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going.
So he can play Slay. Slay is actually pretty ridiculous here because you have this black card, this 3-mana black card that can destroy any creep. So even though this card is like a 4/18, he can just use Slay and then just kill his creep completely. And also since the arrows is going here, this Reptile Convoy is actually denying 8 damage to the face. But once if he uses Slay on this, he can put 12 damage to the face instead of the 8 damage Sorikon has. Just cause Sorikon's passive. This card's Sorikon's passive right here. Let me see. Let me clear everything. This card's passive, Soracon. This card, even though it's 8 attack, its passive is plus 4 damage while dealing damage to tower. So it'll do 12 extra tower, and it will be minus 22 if your Larson decides to use Slay to kill the Reptile Convoy here. So it's pretty interesting. But you would assume that the A10 will go to face, right? Because there's nothing blocking it. But you have to factor in that this arrow is pointing this way, so it's dealing damage to this guy instead of the face. So sometimes arrow can really mess you up if you're trying to stop lethal, but sometimes it can deny you lethal, even though like a unit is not directly blocking your hero. But you can also like just like have your arrows going through that way. But yeah, let's keep going.
To happen. There's no way he wouldn't play it, right?
Well, the intimidation would have been really strong on the black hero to undermine.
But yeah, he can also do intimidation, because intimidation you can sap any unit to any lane. So he can also use this card to use this card right here. Let's see. On Reptile, on this card, or this card, and they'll move to this lane or this lane. So it's actually pretty close whether to use Slay here or Intimidation. Let's see what he does. Because you can use Intimidation right here to sap this guy, and when he saps the green hero here, he will not be able to play any green card here since there's no heroes representing green cards. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, from Mogwai, but
Right.
he seemed to not want to do that. Ooh.
But now he can. I mean, now it's really powerful.
Oh wait. So I forgot to tell you guys. I guess you don't really need to slay it yet. Just cause if he decides to want to use Solar Card to push face, I forgot he has the Assassin spell, and when you equip Assassin spell, it gives you +4 health. And it also gives you the option to choose where arrows go. So you can just move the arrow with Assassin spell active to go face here. So I think he just want to put more pressure with the 4/4. I'm still not sure what's the reasoning behind a 4/4. I think he just want to block damage. Maybe there's something I'm not getting. It's probably something I'm not getting. But I would probably slay here, use the free mana slay here instead of just playing a 4/4 here. Maybe he really wants to kill the Reptile Convoy in 2 turns. Not Reptile Convoy.
I'm actually kind of curious about this. Why didn't he already play the Slay? There we go.
Oh, there you are. Oh, he just wants to play a 4/4 first. Just cause like he knows he's gonna use the Slay anyway, cause like he has 7 mana, so he can't play the 4 mana card and 3 mana card again. I just want to set that up into middle first, just so like he can put something else on the side, or like maybe he wants to wait till if his opponents play another creep again, and he can decide whether to kill that creep or that reptile on the board.
It's gonna be pretty forced to move the Sorla, I think.
That's a tough situation.
Now, where do you want this Sorla to go, though? Because if she goes into the last lane, there's not anything that Bristle can do to stop the
Yeah.
from popping.
Looks like he's just gonna move that to right lane with Intimidation.
For sure. I mean, it's on 15 lives. So.
This was definitely a huge moment here, though. The intimidation would have been so much better before
this
if he
thing.
started
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, by the way, the way Intimidation works, like it saps like into another lane, but you don't know which lane it goes to. It can go left or right. It's random.
If Mogwai ends up losing this game, that was definitely like a moment that he might look back on. Like,
And looking at this, wow, I say that's a good intimidation, just cause like Hefka Lumpkin was early winning this lane, so moving the Soracon to the right lane even though it's random, it's actually really good. It's a pretty good 50-50 just because he's already winning this lane already, so it doesn't hurt if he's overkilling tower, because I think actually no, that's actually kind of bad. I forgot Sword Khan deals 12 damage. So this tower, it was originally taking, what's it called, 9 plus 5, 14 damage. It was already 14 damage from face, but because the Sword Khan was moved to this board, it's still like extra 12. Just because Sword Khan's passive is still 4 damage to your tower. So now it's just like killing tower, and I don't think there's anything Mogwai can do, just because he has a red hero and he only has 1 card, and that's a green card, not a red card. So I feel Lumpkin's gonna kill this tower, and there's a lot of pressure on the right lane.
Yeah, both players got really cute by equipping items and healing heroes, trying to.
So here you have thought the game is over, right? But you gotta remember, to win this game, you need to destroy 2 towers. This is only 1 tower. Like, to win a game, you need 2 towers, or to destroy this tower right here, and the tower after. And the tower after this tower is called the Ancient. If you played Dota, it's like just like you compare it to the Nexus in League of Legends. So yeah, he has to kill the tower and he has to kill the Nexus or / Ancient to win the game. 2 win conditions there. Alright, let's keep going.
Other players to make the first move, and that exchange did not work well for Mogwai. Looks like it's gonna be Yol Larson taking this tower pretty cleanly as well.
Yep. And at this point, do you think about intimidate?
But yeah, so here, let's see what's the game plan of both players right here. So I don't know if first blood is the way to go, but so Yol Larson, so Mogwai destroyed this tower, so he can try to push further on and kill Ancient. That's 80 health here. And then Yol Larson, he's gonna kill this tower. He can decide to go further on, and there's another tower here, and it's gonna be 80 health here. So both players have the option to win this game by killing the tower after, like, to double kill a tower and go for Ancient, or to destroy the tower in the middle. Like, both players still have the tower in the middle. So the objective for both players now is to either go in on this to destroy the 80 health Ancient, or to try to fight mid lane and one of the players to destroy the mid tower. So they can go for either one. Like, Mogwai can go for lane 1 or lane 2 to win, like how to kill one of them, and then Yol Larson has to either go for this tower or the Ancient here to win. And right now, I think he has what's it called? Like, Yol Larson has nothing on board, so right now he has like 20 damage here. So I say he can put more stuff in here, and this is like a 2 to 3 turn clock to kill this Ancient here. And then for the tower, like Yol Larson already has like 4 stuff here, and even though Mogwai only has 1 hero here, he gets to deploy 2 heroes here, because like you see 2 creeps, that means 2 heroes are able to deploy. He's probably gonna deploy 2 heroes here to defend this lane, so Yol Larson doesn't try to destroy this lane, because if he kills the tower here, it's over. And for Ancient here, like, he has a bunch of stuff here too, and I say this is like 30 to 40 damage. So this is also like, if both players decide to abandon this lane, like if Mogwai decides to not do anything this lane, the tower has 80 health next turn, it'll take 2 to 3 turns to pop the ancient here. So right now, like there's 2 to 3 turns, like if Mogwai, if your Larson leaves this lane, and then 2 to 3 turns here until he loses if Mogwai decides to leave this lane. And Heffalumkin is actually winning the mid lane. And I think like Mogwai has to use something to defend this lane, or he actually loses the game. So I think now like the game is gonna be more centric towards the mid game, like the mid lane now, since it's the most important one. Since Mogwai is gonna be the defender of this lane, while trying to push for lethal first on the ancient here over to here. Because you have the advantage on lane 1, just cause when you win, like you get to kill this tower, you get to kill the ancient first, this lane, cause every turn like goes to lane 1 first and to the second and the third, and this will be the last one where you kill the ancient. So if Mogwai successfully defend a mid lane, he would win, cause both lanes left and right have a 2 to 3 turn clock, and they probably kill the ancient at the same pace. So Mogwai will win if he defends the mid lane. And I think in Yolarsen's perspective, like he probably just want to go for a tower in the mid lane, just cause like Hero has 4 units against 1 right now, and Mogwai has to tries his best to defend the mid lane, and tries his best to push the left lane faster before he can kill, before your Larson can kill this ancient here. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. That was kind of confusing, but basically to sum it up, Mogwai won the left lane, Yo Larson won the right lane, and now they're all probably gonna jump into the mid lane right here to decide who wins the game. And Heffalumkin is gonna be the aggressor, and Heffalumkin as in Yo Larson, and Mogwai is gonna be on the defense here. And we'll see like if who's gonna win. If Mogwai defends well, then he wins, cause the left lane goes faster to kill the ancient. And Heffalumkin is pretty straightforward actually. He just wants to kill the tower in the middle who won the game. And so yeah, there you go. So this game just got focused on the middle lane now, since the other 2 lanes are kind of decided which one won.
Getting to another lane?
I mean, he could like intimidate his own.
Exactly.
own guy, but I don't think it's time for it just yet.
Not yet.
I think he's
But
saving
it's-
the intimidate to push away the treant in the middle lane.
Yeah, that's probably even better.
Yeah.
Because especially if he gets to
Yeah,
somehow
but
maintain
still on this one. Oh shit, who gave me bits? Yo, thanks for 100 bits, TP. Are we learning Artifact or trying to prove aliens are real? I don't know, it's kinda close. They removed the NDA? No, they haven't removed the NDA yet, Assassin. I also haven't been reading chat. This is just a video from like the Artifact stream from a couple days ago. It's from the Artifact tournament. But yeah, let's keep going.
Or he needs to get the initiative. Excuse me.
Yeah, Mogwai can
That's not
put.
gonna happen.
I mean, what Mogwai can do is he can put Chen into the middle.
Alright, let's go to shopping phase. This shopping phase actually tilted me so much, cause Heffalumkin actually did some really ridiculous stuff to win the game. Cause spoilers by the way, the guy on the top won. And the way he won, he got the item called Red Miss Maul. That dealt extra damage to Mogwai's tower to kill him. But we can't see that right now, just because we can only see the shopping phase of Mogwai, and we can't see what Heffalumkin bought. And we cannot. The main problem of just only showing one player's shopping phase is that you can still see the items he bought, but there's a key mechanic that they're not showing, cause like you can. The main problem is you can buy stuff in a secret shop, and you can always hold items you want. The problem with only spectating one side is you cannot see what the other player held when they're trying to put, like when they're shopping. Like you don't know, like, oh shit, there's like a really good item, I'm gonna hold this, because you can hold an item here. It's like if you really want a musket but you can't really buy it, you can actually hold this item for like 3 to 4 turns or so on, or like you can even go infinite if the game goes to infinite and just hold it for later. So Hefkalam can actually hold an item until like super late to buy it to win the game here, but we cannot see that yet because we can only see Mogwai shopping phase. And looking at Mogwai shopping phase, it has this Keenfolk musket that deals 2 damage to any unit, with the cooldown being 2, so it can do that 2 turns. And this weapon gives you +2 attack. And there's a cloak in the middle that gives you +4 health. And there's a fountain flask here on right that heals a unit to full health. So not real attractive options here, because you really want some really big items by now. But let's look at how much gold Mogwai has. Let's see. Mogwai has 10 gold, so he can buy any of these items. I would say the musket is probably better, because like he just wants to try to clear something in the mid lane to defend it. He can also just buy flask or a cloak just to put a unit on board and hope that Hefkalamkin doesn't kill them by buffing them up. But it's really out there. It's really out there. I don't know if I should explain item shop again or explain it 3 times, but this is the secret shop. It's random items that pop up in the game. You can hold it if you want them, and it will pop up again next turn, and it won't be random. It will be the same item if you hold it. It's a secret shop. It's totally random and it's totally secretive. This is an item shop. These are items you put in your deck, and this guy has 8 items left in his deck that he haven't bought. And once you buy an item, it then like turns into another item, and you can cycle through all the items you want. And these are consumables. It has health pots, it has draw a card, and it has TP scroll to TP your heroes back to the fountain. Alright,
Chen
let's keep going.
is a hero who can control a creep, an opponent
yeah.
creep.
Yeah,
And
steal the wolf.
there's a big wolf out of the board there, so he will be able to control that one, and that's
And here, we know that what's it called? Mogwai has 2 heroes to deploy, just cause it shows in the top left corner. The top left corner where you see like 2 little icons with text, that means there are heroes available next turn. Like when your heroes die, like say like these die, they'll go back to Fine Tone, and they'll be -1. -1, it means like it'll get deployed the turn after. So when you kill a hero, it dies and go back to the fountain. It doesn't die forever. It just means the turn after you can't play it. You have to wait like 1 turn for the death timer to go out. The death timer for all heroes is 1 turn, and after the turn, you can play it afterwards. And then now, like, since Hefkalamton killed these heroes like 2 turns ago, now they can come back to the board and try to defend the mid lane. So he's probably gonna just put these 2 heroes in the mid lane. And again, this 2 creeps are randomly spawned each turn. Like so these 2 creeps, they could spawn anywhere, like here or here, but they decided to go here. And this is actually pretty good for Hefkalamkin, cause I think with the 2 creeps here, if Mogwai is trying to go for a 2-turn clock to kill Ancient here, he can't, cause these 2 units are actually blocking the way. So it would change from 2-turn clock to a 3-turn clock if Hefkalam can just abandon the lane. So it's actually pretty huge here, just cause like Hefkalam doesn't even need to do anything, but the creeps are defending the left lane already. And it's pretty unfortunate that Mogwai's creep went to this lane instead of in the mid lane, because Mogwai really wants a creep here to defend this lane, so Hefkalam doesn't try to kill the tower here. So these creeps actually matter a lot. Like late game creeps matter a lot. Just so it changes the clock of pushing for the ancient, and it also like it's just really good for defending stuff late game if you want to avoid lethal and try to go for like the other lane to win. So there is that, but I think the main focus is the mid lane right now. So both players are probably just putting everything in the mid right now. So it's not much to say about deployment other than the creeps. Every hero is going for a mid because they both got a tower already.
Very good.
Yeah, it's definitely a big moment.
I think Yolarson may be forced to intimidate the Chen away because I think if Chen takes the wolf, there goes the whole push. It's
But,
just too much of a swing.
Yeah, but Mogwai has initiative, so he can do
Yeah.
that first.
Mogwai will always start by using it.
This is a pretty crucial round. I think it's getting pretty close, especially with that last lane too. Now that Sorla is there, there could be options for pushing for 80 there and racing against that first lane.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting that
For the left side for Yolarson.
one of them are holding back on the heroes, deciding where to go. Actually,
Kill the disciple. Well, it doesn't. At least it does trade with the two other creeps. Soften up.
so here look at these creeps, dude. Holy shit! Look, this creep right here. Like this is one of the RNG side of the game that it's really important to know, but sometimes get a little salty here. This creep right here, it's tanking this lady here, Phantom Assassin, and it's killing the Vandal, also soaking up damage to it. Cause the Phantom Assassin L went right. It's a 24% chance to get right, by the way. And this creep basically saw up 14 damage to the face here. So now it's only taking 4 damage. Whereas if this creep wasn't here, it would take 18 damage. And these two creeps are randomly spawned each lane, so you don't know where the creeps are. And this creep is also really good because it soaked up 4 damage here. So it soaked up 20. These two creeps, basically, they tanked 22 damage right here. 22. So now Mogwai is, I don't know, I'll be pretty tilted on Mogwai. Because basically, he just got denied 22 damage by creeps that spawn randomly. But it happens. But actually, he can probably influence it with the Keenfolk Musket. But it's actually not strong enough. Because Keenfolk Musket, right, this card, right here, it only deals 2 damage to a unit. It only deals 2 damage to a creep, so it won't kill anything. But Keenfolk Musket is usually useful to kill something like this card. It's like when your opponent is trying to push for lethal for Disciple, I say Keenfolk Musket is way more useful for half Galamkin, just because it's this card gives you +2 -2 for everything. And it's a 4 -2 4, so it's basically like 4-2, and Keenfolk kills it. So usually Keenfolk Musket is really good to killing stuff like Disciple, but right here it's pretty bad because it can't kill a creep, so we can push more because the creeps are 4 health and Keenfolk only deals 2 damage. So let's keep going.
The first lane is only doing 4 damage.
No, that's not much.
So
Actually, now that he draw no accident, no accident is right here. Right here. Hold on. It deals 3, so maybe he can go deal 3 damage to here and play the Keenfolk, because Keenfolk is a weapon that gives you +2 attack. And its active is deal 2 damage to unit, so he can deal 5 here and push face for 14 more. But the problem is he still has to defend mid lane, so he might need to use these resources in mid lane to defend over trying to push more damage on this lane. So let's keep going.
Hand of Gods right
Mogwai
now.
can no accident, but he's gonna just pass and keep initiative. He needs it to take the wolf.
Yeah. So initiative, like again, like was it Swimsim or something? Like one of the caster. I forgot the name. Or Lumi. You need initiative here because like he passes. He doesn't want to play because if he plays something on that lane right there, he gives the initiative to his opponent. And when you have initiative, that means you're on the play. And when you're on the play, that means you get to play a card first. So Mogwa wants initiative because like if Hefkalampan has initiative, he can play this intimidation card, which saps something, and he might sap the Chen here. The reason why he wants to chap Chen here is because Chen's active here. It's called Holy Persuasion. He just smooth talks and tries to smooth talk any creep to his side. So with this active, like he can just get control of any creep, like any enemy creep. So he probably wants the initiative to use Chen's active to steal this wolf right there, because it's a scary 5/7, and he really wants it right now. But if he passes the initiative, if he's not on the play, like Hufflepuff most likely would sap this card, so he can't use the active of this lane to steal the minion. So it was a great play for Mogwai, so to just keep the initiative, to be on the play, so he can steal the creep before Hepkalumpum tries to sap it and use the intimidation to move the Chen to any other lane. So he's just gonna press the Chen active and steal 5/7 here.
There's a Chen active ability, Holy Persuasion. It should be what he plays here first.
I think so.
It should
It
be.
really should.
He doesn't
It's really
start with
juicy,
that,
that's true.
If once you take the wolf, it's going to be going into this slot facing Abaddon. So
Alright.
There it
some
is.
damage as well.
So now Hephalumpkin, he has the option to sap a card, like move a card to like another lane, so he can push more damage. Like, since he used Chen, hold on. Since this guy's used Chen to steal the 5/7, it's now less attractive to use Intimidation to move this card to another lane. You probably want to use Intimidation to push this card away. So Sorokan, with his passive to deal 4 more damage to tower, can deal 12 damage to tower. So Mogwai will be at 3 health. That's what I assume. He can also play other cards like No Accident or Armed Rebellion and Afakala Shield and just put more pressure on board. But we'll see what happens. Like, I think most the other cards don't impact too much. It's mostly the intimidation in Hefkalumpkin's hand right now that changes the game a lot. There's No Accident, it deals No Accident. It deals 3 damage to a unit, but all of them are like more than 3 health. And then Armed Rebellion, it gives all your creeps +2 attack and +1 armor. Or creeps, not heroes, only creeps. So this card right here, it'll buff up these 2 cards, and it'll be a 6/1/4 and 4/1/4. It still doesn't really kill the heroes blocking away, so there's really no point on playing any card other than Intimidation here for Hefkalumpkin right now. Let's see what he does here.
I think Yol is thinking about what he can do here to perhaps get some damage. Do you think he's going to still intimidate for that 12 damage onto the tower?
I think Joel will use the intimidation to intimidate Bristleback off the right lane and try to go for a 2-turn.
Oh,
That's definitely also
that's
an
definitely a
option.
play. Yeah.
It's pretty much guaranteed 2-turn there, because there's no heroes that will be getting deployed.
Right.
Oh, it decides to actually
Yeah,
No
that's
Accident.
okay.
The
Bad
wolf.
For betraying me.
Yeah, you can see like Hefkalumpkin, like he tries to stop a kill on Abaddon to kill the wolf right there. So He played no accident, right? So it becomes a 5-6. But he got denied because his opponent Mogwai just played Hand of God. And Hand of God, basically, it's a really powerful signature card from Chen that heals all your units back to full health. And after they're full health, it also gets damage immunity to everything. So nothing is gonna die from Mogwai's side just because he used Hand of God here. So that was kind of a blunder for Hefkalamka, but he didn't know he was that Mogwai has Hand of God, or maybe he's trying to bait one so he doesn't have another one next turn. But we can see in Mogwai's hand he has another Hand of God. So Mogwai actually had a pretty good turn here.
But the Hand of God comes out, and now they're invulnerable.
Yeah, that didn't do much.
So Intimidate could push for 12, which will put Mogwai down at 3. If he wants to go for a very aggressive play.
Yeah.
How many
Oh yeah, he does.
So he still has mana to do the intimidation and push for 12 here.
I believe he has
Actually 14.
Ability Vandal when you
I forgot it's stealing 14. Like even though like there's only 8 damage on board, the reason why Sora Khan, this card is stealing 14 is that her passive is +4 attack to towers only. And this card is an improvement called Assault Ladder. And Assault Ladder is actually a signature card of Sora Khan. Needs Sora Khan to have this card. It gives +2 damage to tower. And that works so with everything on the lane. It's like a passive that buffs up every unit, so they do +2 damage to the tower. So 8 + 4 + 2. So it's stealing 14. It's stealing 14 to the tower right now. And yeah, it's one off killing him. It's crazy. Like Mogwai is actually on the ropes right now because his opponent is one damage off lethal. He really needs to kill the ancient on the left, which is kind of unfortunate because there's 2 2/4s, like I said like earlier, that just blocked away to kill ancient on the left. So now Mogwai's having a really hard time.
Yep, and he saw all that.
Oh, he has the
mana, he's-
Assault Ladder, so that's 2 more.
Yeah.
Putting him at 1.
Yep.
Well, this game is pretty scary here. All of
It's
a
really
sudden.
close.
Yeah.
1 health here.
That's quite unlucky for Mogwai that the hero also went to the right lane. He would have really loved to have that hero on the left lane.
Yeah, and here
Can
they're just zoom it out.
damage here, but I don't know.
Here, I think, well, Hefkalon can already pop the tower of this lane. I think Mogwai want to abandon this lane. It's kind of unfortunate that Mogwai has 2 heroes in this lane, because there's like no point in defending this lane, because the focus of this game is whether Mogwai can kill the ancient on the left lane, and whether Hefkalon can kill the tower in the mid lane. So the right lane, like, I don't think they can do anything here, because the clock for the right lane is really less impactful than what's happening in the mid lane and left lane right now. So I say it's pretty bad for both sides, because like Hefkalon has 3 heroes here chilling, and Mogwai has 2 heroes here, but it doesn't really matter for both sides, just because this is not a lane they're gonna go for. So I think they're just gonna pass here.
Unfortunately, killing this creep over here too.
I mean, he can musket
He can
this.
musket it.
Yeah,
that
he
is
will.
true.
He probably will.
Mhm.
I mean, letting the musket for 10.
Like
damage,
him,
for 5 damage is
the
very
casters are saying that you can play musket here, like this. Hold on, you can play this card right here. This card and equip on one of them, and it can do 2 damage to one of the heroes. So it can do 2 damage to this hero and kill it. The problem with developing anything here is this lane just doesn't matter at all, because your tower's already popped. Your opponent is probably not gonna be good enough to go for ancient, and you really don't even want the heroes here, because you want these heroes to defend the mid lane instead. So these are it's a pretty bad situation for Mogwai. And Hefka, even though he has 3 heroes here, which he wants to be on the left and mid, it's still fine because he's already putting a lot of pressure on the mid lane. So I say here they're just gonna chill out and do nothing. Oh, he's actually gonna try to kill the
Get onto the tree.
Do you aphotic shield
Debbie, but
to
I don't
block
think it
the
matters too
musket
much
shield?
here what they do.
Does give a
If
bit of
anything, I
extra
don't
armor
think like
for
playing the
the
musket here was
musket.
right. Just cause like this lane really just doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things when you look at the mid and left lane. That one of them are actually just dying.
Blocking 8 damage from the bristle though, which I think is pretty good.
It's gonna pour
Oh
in
wow,
solo
that's
cards.
actually really
Yeah.
huge actually.
A big mid push coming in.
Yep.
Oh yes, it's definitely going.
Cause now like he gets to like once your heroes is in lane, like say the what's it called? Once your heroes are in lane, like they're stuck there unless they die. And when they die, you can deploy like the turn, like 2 turns afterwards, just because there's a 1 turn death timer. But it's pretty huge that Hefgalum can actually got town pearl scroll that he used on Sorokhan just now. Like whoosh, and this Sorokhan is gone. Town pearl scroll, did I spell it right? Yeah, town pearl scroll. And use it to TP out of it. Because now he can just push mid lane even more and try to kill the tower here. Which is kind of bad for Mogwai here. Just because he really needs to defend the mid lane here and he was only 1 off. And having another big black hero here, it's really gonna pressure him. So it is really looking at Hefkalovkin or aka Yo Larson's favor right now. So there it is. And TP scroll, I think it's kind of high roll too, because TP scroll, the way you get it is you can see like how you have a shop right here, and it's one of the consumables you can buy for free gold. But you have to realize that consumables are randomly presented to you, and you can only buy 1 each turn. Like you usually get like healing stuff, heal, TP, and draw. So there's actually just a 1/4 chance to get it, but you always get the scroll if you have the chance in this consumables, because that's like the one of the best items in the shop there. Just because like it gives your hero mobility, so it doesn't get stuck in 1 lane. Because everything in this here, like there's 3 heroes here and 2 heroes here before TP scroll, they're just stuck on there doing nothing, while like the main focus, like their win condition is here. Like Mogwai's win condition is killing here, and what's it called? Hefkalemkin's win condition is trying to get there. So this lane sucks. Like there's nothing going on here, and they really want to move their heroes out there to here or here. So that TP scroll is actually huge. Let's see. Clear up. Alright, let's keep going.
Especially since no heroes for Mogwai.
It was the moment he casted the intimidation. That was when he made the choice.
Actually, I think the reason why. Oh no. God dang it! Now I have to go through. I'll go back to that part. Where am I? Oh my god. Whoops. Where was I? That's a big yikes. Where was I here? Oh my god, I actually restarted the video. Okay, we're not too far. We're back to the where he TP scrolled. It's almost finished game 1.
Especially since no heroes for Mogwai.
It was the moment he casted the intimidation. That was when he made the choice.
Oh, so I need to zoom this out a little bit.
Instead of the right lane.
Right.
God dang it.
But now Joel also has to take care of
Let me
the
zoom
creep
this out a
down
little
his
bit.
right lane,
I can't see the MS Paint in the
because
background.
Mogwai, needed to still contest the mid lane for also enough damage or pushing the
Alright, so we're back to here. He got TP. He TP scrolled, and Mogwai's mid lane is one damage off lethal, like you can see here. It's 1 damage off. Like all Hefkalemka needs is 1 damage here, and Hefkalemka wins the game.
the left lane, which was pretty nearly impossible, but now he only needs to contest the right lane as well to win.
Well, one creep spawns middle.
That was a very important
Yeah.
one.
So
So one creep right
that will
there.
block Sorla Khan.
Now let's
Again-
pause this video. Yeah, it's actually pretty important that Mogwai has a creep in the middle, just because he really needs to defend this lane. Because all his limit, all Hepkalumba needs is 1 damage to the face, so he needs everything to defend mid lane right now. And I think the reason why Mogwai played the musket on the right lane is just because like I think he's diluted to the point where because originally I thought what's it called? I thought Mogwai was trying to go for it to kill the ancient here to win the game. But since Hefkalamkan like teleported his hero out, that means that he can put more pressure onto the right lane since he has 2 heroes just stuck there, and he can try to go for a tower here, the second tower here, to win the game. Unfortunately though, Hefkalamkan just has two creeps here just randomly spawned here, and it's gonna block some cards here. So I say Hefkalamkan is massively favored here. Keep going.
The top deck of Uglodi Vando will be a lethal for Yo Larson. So
He got 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying Gully Vando because Gully Vando is a 4/4 that does 4 damage to the face. So whenever he draws it, he only needs to play it on the mid lane and he wins.
is there a way for Mogwai to get lethal in the first lane? I don't think so, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's scared.
Ooh,
No, but why?
that's interesting. Hefkelum can actually decide to play
Interesting.
the Solar Karn instead of on the left lane instead of mid lane, because you would think he would play the black hero on the Solar Karn that he TP'd onto the mid lane instead of the left lane, just because he just needs 1 damage to the face in the middle, and his ancient is at 76 health on the left lane, so it's really he's really getting killed on the left lane.
Yeah, I mean, Mokai already has that tower, so there's really nothing to block off there or to win from that play.
Spring the trap drawn from Mogwai.
Oh, there is an Oglodi, but
This for
On the wrong side, wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah, because both players have this card right here, and what's it called, Oglodi. And this card, it's a steel sword. Do 4/4, do 4 to face. It's like, what's it called? What's the Hearthstone card that the Nightblade? That's the Hearthstone card you compare it. It's Nightblade's a 5-mana 4/4 Hearthstone card. Yeah, do 4. That card fucking sucks. But this card right here, this card is fucking broken because it's 4 mana, and you start with 3 mana in Artifact, and you can just play it right away on 2. It's like a really good aggro card. But yeah, it's on the opposite. They're saying it's on the opposite side because Hefkalampan just needs that Ogoli Vando that Mogwai has, and he just wins the game. So let's see what happens
Alright.
here.
Still just it.
Assassin's
So Hefkalamkan just decides to use the Assassin's Spell that Assassin's Spell changes the arrow of Sorkan. Because what it does, like, it can choose the combat for a target equip hero. It basically means you can get to choose where the hero goes, and it was going here, but now it's going here to kill the Phantom Assassin. So it's like okay impactful because now like it's so hard for Mogwai to go for Ancient on the left lane. Whereas like it was like looking pretty promising for Mogwai to go for the Ancient like 2 turns ago, but creeps blocking it, and then now like Sorkan trying to kill it and blocking it away and soaking up 16 damage is kind of making it less promising. So I think Mogwai is trying to go for a tower on the right lane, while Hefkalamkan is trying to get that 1 damage in the mid lane. So
Right.
So, Potion of Knowledge draws
because
secrets.
I should probably
Yeah, not so good
Not
anymore.
so great.
Yeah.
zoom out, pause at where they zoom out here,
Still just a
Assassin's Veil.
trade.
just so I can explain the situation of the game right now.
So,
But they do okay.
Potion of Knowledge draws
Okay, so here because they rarely zoom out the game, so it's really hard to do analysis of the what's it called? It's really hard to do analysis macroly on how the game state is, because they rarely zoom out. When you zoom in on one lane, it's really hard to tell like what's going on, like what's the situation is of the game. I would probably rather like watch a spectator game, like just zoom out constantly, just because it's easier to watch actually. But here's the situation. This guy right here, he had a 2-turn clock on the Ancient to win the game, but because creeps randomly spawn here like a turn ago, and Sorlakan is here to kill the black hero and soaking up 16 damage, he can no longer try to win this lane, like kill this Ancient and win. And Hefkalamkan, all he has to do is deal 1 damage here. The problem with dealing 1 damage is like Mogwai has a bunch of stuff here just blocking the way of his heroes here, so it's really hard to go through this wall of units. And then for Mogwai, he played a musket here and cleared a bunch of creeps, and he was actually really close to winning this game by killing this tower, but these 2 forests are just randomly deployed to this lane 1 turn ago, and now it's blocking the way. These are not here, and he was pushing actually 10 and 4. He actually just needed Spring the Trap here for another 8, and it's exactly 22 to kill this tower. But now he can't do that because these creeps are here to block the way, which is kind of unfortunate. So right now, I think Hefkalamkan is just trying to dome him for 1 damage, and Mogwai is trying to find some way to defend this lane 2 turns and try to go for this tower and kill him here. So really different win conditions here that you can't really just look at one lane, because this guy is just what's it called? This guy is trying to go for this lane and kill it, but this guy right here, Mogwai, well not me, but let me turn off the camera right away. This guy right here, Mogwai, he's trying to destroy this lane, so it's really hard to tell which one's winning unless you're looking at the full picture here. So yeah, but there you go. And yeah, let's keep going. That's why it's like kind of hard to like watch Artifact right now, just because I think like the spectator mode is actually pretty good, but there's definitely something you can do about it just to make it easier for people to watch. Because even if I'm playing a game, it's really hard to watch unless like it's constantly zoom out. I say like probably like I want like a free game board state, like zoom out on one side of the screen and then just like a wide, like a big screen just focusing on one lane, I think. Because when you zoom into one lane, you cannot really tell who is winning. Alright, let's keep going.
Secrets, which at this point,
Yeah, not so good
not
anymore.
so great.
Yeah. It's a very powerful improvement early on, giving you card advantage, but in a current situation, it's
Yeah, let's talk about this
Not it.
deploy here more. You guys said you were surprised about Sorla here, so would you have preferred Sorla in the mid lane where it's a bit wide?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, speaking about win conditions, I mean, Solo on the left lane doesn't do much, whereas in the mid lane he
But
can delay
yeah, I think
he dies, and at the
yeah.
same time he also
So
push
Hefkalamkan
lane.
denies
also
Mogwai trying to kill Ancient on the left lane.
It's not that it would have been a game.
And
with
then
the
here,
middle lane either, but it's just
Mogwai
that
is hanging on the ropes
I
because
don't think
he
that,
has 1 health.
necessarily
Fortunately for Mogwai,
damage pressure coming in from the left lane.
Yeah, because
fortunately for
now I
Mogwai,
think
he has a
they
bunch
have the
of
ability to push the
units
lane
that are
and
just
turn
blocking
down in 2 turns,
Hefkalamkan.
and that would leave
So-
turn less to draw the Oglodi as a top deck.
It's kind of close actually.
He does have the option to steal strength here to mitigate some of the damage.
Oh, there is no accidents against this.
Oh, actually, maybe I was wrong, because I thought like Mogwai's trying to get the right lane now, but he actually has a decent amount of what's it called? He has a decent amount of stuff here that he can try to go for a tower here. Because I forgot he's still trying to go for Mogwai's still trying to go for a tower on the mid lane. the problem is like if you're going aggressive as Mogwai, you kind of make it weaker to defend. I don't know if that's the right way to say. If you're trying to go aggressive to this lane, like then like you lose your defenses. Like you can't really. It's really hard to balance out defending and going aggressive in the lane because they commit more creeps here, and have Columbia remove something and tries to develop more creeps. Then the order just doesn't work out. But I think Mogwai can go for this tower or the other tower. So Mogwai actually has a lot of options decide on where to win because he can go for the mid lane and the right lane. But right now, I think his main focus is actually just defend this mid lane over killing it. That's why I was thinking maybe he wants to go for the right lane to kill Hefka Lumpkin and win the game instead.
I think he is afraid that.
But he just plays no accident and deals 3 damage to a 3-2. That's
No more Slay.
trying to block the 7 damage to the face.
So I think that yeah, Mogwai won't play the Oglodi because of that thinking.
Of course, Yo Larson doesn't
But
have
yeah,
any of them.
I think he's now going for a mid lane actually. Like he's gonna play the Vandal here.
Now spring the trap.
Oh, he's actually gonna pass.
Yeah, Spring the Trap is super powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can even play that into the middle if he wants. I think that's even stronger.
That's interesting that he just passed on the Vandal here. Cause like the Vandal right there, like this card right here, it literally pushes 8 damage to the face. So it will be dealing 22 minus 22. Right? No, minus wait, what's 15 plus 8? 23. It's minus 23. And Hefkalum has no way to deal with it. So it's kinda interesting that he just held back with the Vandal here. I wouldn't say it's a misplay, but it's just he's just holding off a lot of cards later on. I guess like his logic is that he can hold off the Vandal just because he has multiple Vandals in his deck. When you look at his deck, he has multiple of those 4/4 that do 4 damage to the face.
Either a Steel Strength. Oh, he looks like he's not going to go for it. Interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
I think
I'm
this
also
is
surprised.
great time.
And right now, I think he's just gonna try to.
Okay, since this Lycan's gonna hit.
So Unnerved Secret is actually a pretty nuts card because this card right here. This draws you a card every turn. The condition to draw a card is really easy to satisfy, I guess, because all you need to do is take damage. If your tower takes damage, you draw a card. So basically, when you play this card, you just draw a card every turn. It's one of the most broken cards in the game. It's like really sub though, but you just draw a card every turn. So you get to play a lot in Constructed and Draft too. The only reason why it's not shown too much in Draft right now is just because it's a rare card, and rare cards are rare to get.
Power, he
Want my
wants to
one card, yo.
Draw that card, yeah.
Yeah.
And he still has enough mana.
If I'm Mogwai here, I probably just play Spring the Trap. Spring the Trap is a 7 mana. It gives you 2/4/8s. And these 4/8s, like you can just like put in any lane, cause when you see what's it called? When you see this thing, I can't circle it, but when you see when I see a card that says this, like normally card would be like Spring the Trap. Like if it doesn't have these, like get rid of this thing. Like you can only play Spring the Trap on this lane if you didn't have the arrows on there. Both these, that means it's cross lane. And with cross lane, that means you can put the card on any lane. As long as you have red hero here, you can put the 7 mana card on and play it on any lane. So we can just play Spring the Trap here, which is the middle card on Mogwai's hand right now, and can play 4/8s in the middle to try to kill tower there or try to go for a tie, because he Hefkalum can just one off killing him. So I say right now Mogwai is actually pretty ahead just because like he can go for 2 towers. Unless Hefkalum can somehow deals 1 damage to his face in the mid lane.
Anyway, to play Spring the Trap, which I think is great over here in the mid lane.
Yeah, he will definitely play it in the mid lane because
Yeah.
he already played the Unearthed Secret, so that basically shows that he wants to have this in the mid.
It's looking rough here for Yo Larson.
Yeah, he might just be down to top decking that Oglody Vandal at this point.
Yeah.
Oglody Vandal, of course, dealing that 4 damage to the opposing tower as it enters the battlefield.
Yeah, it's very unlikely though. I mean, Heifer has really
Yeah.
only 2 draws
Yeah,
to get.
But right now the game is looks like Mogwai's winning,
Okay.
unless your Larson top decks like a Vando
To retaliate.
that do sword to the face and finish off that one damage he needs
From
in the mid lane.
to 13, which makes red.
But yeah, here's the secret shop I'm telling you about. Like, look. So Hefkalumpen actually wins this game, even though he's losing mid lane and right lane because of this one card right here. He does not have this in the deck. This card, Red Miss Maul, right here. This card called Red Miss Maul. This is the card that made Hefkalumpen champion. Well, factored in the most. Just because it's not in his deck, it's from the secret shop. And what it does is it gives you +2 attack and +5 siege. How do I spell siege? I'm just gonna put it in a circle. +5 siege. And it's something that he held on the secret shop for a couple turns. Because in secret shop, and if you see something like a random item you like in secret shop, you can always just hold for 1 gold every turn. And what Hefkalum does to win this game is like he just held Red Miss Maul for 2 turns and try to kill the opponent by sieging it with Red Miss Maul. Because what siege means is that when you have a unit, I'll just put it on the corner. When you have a unit that's blocking it, so you can't. When you have a unit blocking it, you can't push a tower face, right? But if you have siege, that means like it's collateral damage after you hit the unit. And when you're facing a unit and you have siege, you still deal damage to the face, even though there's something blocking you to go to the face here. So it's pretty good when your opponent's taunting up and not letting you kill him. Like siege is a pretty good mechanic like for aggressive decks. So
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red Miss Maul,
Oh.
now it's +5 siege, and how siege works is if a unit's blocked, it'll still do 5 damage over. the
Wow.
block.
yeah, if a unit's blocked, you still do 5 damage. That's what the caster just said.
Getting those hero kills and getting enough gold to perhaps get to his Red Miss Maul.
Yeah, he put Sorla on the first lane to trade with the PA, right? Remember?
He knows his win condition. As long as he has that siege, he can just break through without having to wait
Yeah,
for the
that
top
might have
deck.
just been it. Like he knew he had it, so he went for the gold, and that was the reason he did it.
That is amazing. I was about to ask
yeah.
too what you guys thought of these hero kills. 'Cause killing Bristle seems to not really do anything. But
Yeah, I mean, Mogwai could have just prevented that by just deploying a cloak.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
he could have just undermined the 5 gold.
So here I think
Nice. Can
it's actually interesting actually. Like we can see both players can win the game here. Like they can actually tie. Cause right now Mogwai, he has this card right here. And this card right here, Gloody Vandal, it deals 4 to the face. And right here he only needs 4 damage to kill him because this is -15. That's where you know you already have 50 damage to the face, and all he needs to do is play the 4 mana a Gloody Vandal to kill him. The problem where he's not playing it is because he's scared that Hefkalumpen here can clear one of the minions with like a black card. Like say this card is at free health, so it can use Debbie's signature card, no accident, and deal free damage to the wolf, and it dies. So I think Mogwai is actually kind of tempted to not go for lethal and go for a tie, and actually go for Hand of God instead here, and heal back up all his creeps, so they have damage and immunity, and they heal back to full health so they don't die. So, but we can see Mogwai can force the tie if he plays Glory Vando, but he didn't expect to lose. Just cause what's it called? Hefkalumpen does not have any direct damage to the face. Unless he got this Red Mist card that deals 5 damage to the face, even though everything is blocking it and taunting it. So let's see how this goes.
can still go for a draw if he's presenting lead though, and
Yeah, they can go for a draw here, but
deal with that.
is he gonna go for a draw though?
Good kill off there. What was the name of that hero?
Debbie?
Debbie,
Debbie,
yeah.
Oh, he goes for.
Well, that's gonna be
But now that's gonna be game, cause now Mogwai spent 7 mana to heal back all his creeps and give a damage immunity, so these things can't get past him. But now he has 3 mana, so he can't play the Vandal and do 4 to the face. So now he can't even force a tie here. So we'll just wait till Hefkalam can play the Wet Mist Maul, and I'll explain.
game then.
Yep, that's
Yep.
that's game. And actually, looking at his item deck now, he didn't even have the mole. So
Like he's gonna even heal up the Abaddon first,
good shot there.
We also
so
know
Mogwai can't kill it.
this turn, maybe
That's
that's why
true.
he's playing aggressively to kill heroes.
Yeah, we're sadly unable to see his secret shop status, but we'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
I could've just- oh.
I guess we could have counted the goal, right? If he
Yeah.
went down by 1 goal, then we know he.
Yeah,
had
but
it.
yeah, he's 1 off right now, but
Maybe he's super smart, maybe he's super lucky, but he is about to take game 1.
There
Yeah.
it is.
this small, like right after you play this small, right here. You can see like this wolf is still blocking it, but the problem is like this thing has +5 siege, and siege just deals damage to the tower when something's blocking it. So when this hero equips the Remus Maul, it'll do siege damage and deal 5 damage to tower when something's blocking it. So that's lethal, and that's GG. Wow, I took like 3 hours to explain game 1, and I'm still really bad at explaining everything, because I tried to explain step by step, but it's still way too confusing. But
That's rough for Mog.
but hey, I just want to do the stream so I can like doodle on stream, because I just figured out how to use
Pulling at his hair now.
I actually just figured out how to doodle on stream with MS Paint and draw arrows on stream and write red lines on stream while watching a stream.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, there's.
With
I got what I wanted, but
Gonna take care of that.
yeah. So that's how Hefgalam could
Small doesn't
won one of the games that factor in
Yeah.
him winning the finals. But
Incredible turnaround. I really wonder where.
yeah, I don't know if there's still anyone who's watching. But yeah, I'm gonna go off. I might do another Artifact stream tomorrow, like just the Q&A. I didn't realize like I used like 3 hours to explain this 130-minute game. Like it doesn't take that long. The thing is like I was trying to like just go through like step mechanics of what's going on, but it was still kind of hard to explain. So I'll catch you guys later. But if you guys have any question, just message me, since I'm in the closed beta playing already, and I'll head off. I'll probably just do like I'll try to explain stuff better tomorrow if I decide to stream Artifact again. But yeah, what are you guys saying? There was an official blog post that says in Gauntlet you get more Gauntlet tickets and packs. You get 5 Gauntlet tickets when you buy the game. Yeah, I think there's something like that. They haven't announced it yet, so I can't really say anything. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.